Welcome everyone to another RGL cast. My name is Jarrett, and here with me is Space Ghost, and we have reached the culmination of season 14 Invite Sixes. We have Froyotech, we have Cozy Black. Two teams are the only ones left remaining after this whole season. Everyone else eliminated. We are at the grand finals, a BO5, and the winner of this BO5 will be crowned the champion of season 14, while the loser will get second place. Froyotech and Cozy Black, we've seen them play this playoffs already. It was a nail-biter that Froyotech barely won, and it granted them the one map advantage in this BO5 that could be the ticket to their victory, but we've seen some lower bracket runs before, so we're gonna get to see if Cozy has that in them as well. And I think regardless of whoever comes out on top at the end of the day, this is gonna be a match, a series that you do not want to miss.
Definitely it should be a nail-biter. We are coming into this, Cozy Black being the lower seed, and we're going to start out on a couple pretty interesting maps. I think the map bans went pretty well, but there's also some roster shakeups, lots of things going on, so it's not going to be the same Froyotech you saw yesterday. Looking at the maps, Froyotech, their reward for all their hard work is they get a one map. They already basically one map won, so they only need to win 2 maps in order to win grand finals and be the season's champions, whereas Cozy Black, they need to win 3. They have more of an uphill battle to climb. That being said,
and you can see the pick bans on the screen
look
right
at the
now.
bans. A couple interesting things to note. I do like that Froyotech banned Product, even though they beat Cozy on Product in the regular season. It was a pretty close match, so I do kind of get it. That's like a very coin flip kind of.
Yeah. Overall, at the end of the day, you see the Bagel pick, the Process pick, the Sunshine pick, and the Gully Wash pick. These are maps that I feel like we've seen a decent amount, honestly, this playoffs run, which is to be expected considering I feel like you have pretty much all the staples plus Bagel. Bagels isn't as much of a staple just because it's Koth. I don't think Koth will ever be like a serious staple in anyone's map pool per se.
I do think it's interesting though. You
between all
can't
the teams, but
you can't as a team you can't prevent Koth in grand finals.
you can't.
The only way you prevent Koth from happening is that both teams ban one of the Koths. But if one team likes Koth and the other team doesn't, there will probably be a Koth in grand finals.
Or you can just see Froyo who bans one and picks the other. So
Yeah.
maybe it's less of a game mode thing and more of a particular map type thing, which makes sense considering what we've seen so far throughout the regular season in their previous matchup that they had on Product, as well as the playoff run in particular, where we get to see these rosters show their prowess and show us what they're made of. It is interesting that Froyo did win Product when they played in the regular season, but that was a bit ago. It wasn't a done deal. I think it was like a 4-2, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a shoe-in. So,
That was a different roster. They had Psy back then.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of circumstances have changed since then. I can understand where Froyo might not want to run it back on that map.
Yeah, but going all the way through, it looks like the maps that were ignored were... Is it Metal and Gran?
Yeah, Metal and Gran.
Okay. Kind
Between
of
Gully,
surprising
Metal,
Gran
and
isn't
Gran.
touched, but...
Yeah, Froyo picked, or not Froyo, Cozy picked Gully Wash at the end, which does make sense. I think the Froyo running it back on Sunshine is interesting, because I guess out of those 5 maps, right, they had...
Oh, wait.
They had
No,
Sunshine, Gully,
there's
Metal, Granary.
Isn't there a picture missing here, actually?
Maybe.
I'm looking at the text in our group chat thing, and I see a Granary ban that should be slotted in between the Process pick and the Snake Water ban.
So that explains a lot, okay.
So Froyo banned Granary in between the Process and Snake map.
That makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah. The Froyotech do not have a whole lot of Granary players, But let's go over the rosters, because it is going to be a little bit different compared to, honestly, the regular season plus playoffs run combined, considering it depends on what team you're looking at. I'll go ahead and go over the Froyotech roster. It is KJ Quad, aka Ed, on Scout, as well as Gunkin. You have Sax and Banny on Soldier. Logan is back on demo. He wasn't here yesterday. He was at work, but he's here now for the grand finals, and you have Hubada on Medic.
And for Cozy Black, we got Catface and Speedy on Scout, Trip Y and Kev on Soldier, Dingo, aka Judy for Sly Kids, on Demo Man, and May on Medic.
Yep. When these two teams played yesterday, even in the regular season, it's been so close. It really is a map-dependent thing, and maybe how much you've really prepared and scrimmed on it, but I think we're going to be probably going pretty live pretty soon, honestly. We're ready to go, so... Any thoughts or, preds on what you think was going to happen for Bagel? That is the first map.
I think Cozy looked very dominant on Bagel, but Froyo definitely picked it for a reason. I think that Cozy have it in them to win the series. I'm actually I'm leaning a little towards Cozy, but I think this, if there's a map that Fro's going to win, I think it is this one. So I'm going to say like a 4-3 for Fro.
I think Cozy can be competitive, but I think it's actually going to be hard for them to play Froyo on this map. This is probably one of the better maps for some, like a decent portion of the Froyotech players individually. So I'll say something along the lines of 4-2 in Froyotech's favor. But we are live on the first map here on Bagel. As per usual, you see some spam going off really early from both teams with no one ripping it just yet. Gotta wait for the point to unlock and see how each team is poised. Trying to get some spam on Hubba. He's a little
Trip's gonna push into house. He's gonna poke and prod. Gonna spam as nobody wants to commit for anything. We do finally see Saxophone gonna poke him a little bit as Trip's gonna go in, gonna get a massive rocket onto Logan, but is gonna fall. Meanwhile, Ed is gonna fall on the other side, so both demos getting kills. As Manny's gonna bomb in, buy some space and bomb out, but nobody has capped the point yet, and Logan is streaming forward, doing a lot of damages. The aggression is coming in, Ed trying to get some spam in a house, and Froyotech is gonna take the additional cap, but it is gonna be an immediate recap as Froyotech is down 2.
Yeah, they had to lose Gungan for it, which is not that great. They don't have scouts right now to actually get on top of the point, so it's just soldiers trying to block it. Fanny taking some damage, trying to hold on to things, has to jump away. There's a lot of cap time to be gained from the side of Cozy, and the Uber
Logan
comes
is
out,
so
but a
hurt.
bit too late. They don't actually block it. They get their spawns, they're running forward. They do eventually get this force out of the side of Cozy, but Logan,
he's so caught.
No Demoman for this post Uber. I don't know if Froy's gonna want to fight this. Their soldiers are still kind of hanging around, but the whole team's rotating over. Full reset, just healing up, getting ready to go again when Logan respawns. No aggression from Cozy to try to punish that. I think they're probably a little unhealthy themselves. But they do have the point. The time is starting to tick in their favor now. Froyotech pushing out to the cat phase.
Getting a little too aggressive in that house means he's going to fall. And that is an opening for Froyotech to attempt to play the game, get the point. And they are going to get the point, or at least they're working towards it. The Trip isn't going to stop them. They're going to get the point, but there's going to be a massive lock and load. Gungan and Logan going to fall. Ted's going to fall as well. Hubba's down to almost single-digit HP. But Sax is gonna get Dingo. It's a slaughter on both sides.
And as we learned from the interview yesterday, now Dingo's gonna go Iron Bomber. Switches every life. But they're still holding on to this point for the side of the red team. And Hubba is finally getting a Uber. They could use it as a tool if they really want to. They get this capped up. Once again, it was barely owned by the Froyotech, just a sliver of time. So the red team is starting to get back into control of things as they're trying to chase down Trip. He's sent into the skybox, will probably in on the health pack, and is fine. But they're pushing forward for the side of Froyotech. They're getting some cap time. The Uber is available for both these teams if they feel like they need to use it. Speedy's thinking about it. Peek in the corner, getting some nice damage on the gun, but so the bomb from Sax, they do indeed get the force. Or maybe able to get one. Sax does indeed die, but Hubba, he took a roller, but that's about it. So they're not too fearful of this. They're trying to get the cap on, and the fact they have ad means that, yeah, May has to be a bit fearful. Can't really tank the people on the point, but they're going for the 4-man.
But Dingo committed too. They all committed. This is going to be a 3 or a 4-man if they're not careful.
It's just
Catface is going to fall as well. It's going to be a sack for the 3-man, but Froyotech are going to take the point, and the time is going to start ticking down. There's no kill, so they're going to have to break a forward hold before they go, and the ad isn't that, it's pretty negligible, so this is just going to be a dry fight.
Yep, normal forward hold here, so we'll see how Cozy decides to break it. They do have the Catface Sniper, so we'll see how that comes into play. Usually you don't really see this trying to break forwards, and you can see that immediately the surprise factor is beneficial. Overall, it is a trade in the soldiers, though. They're trying to rush forward on Trip. He has the pack available to him, and he's trying to use it to stay alive, but the rest of the team getting kind of stuck. There's a flank happening from the side of Froyotech, but it is eventually thwarted. This Froyotech are crumbling.
Hubba's in the straight line.
Oh, Trip bombing in. He might just get Hubba. No surf. The second round misses.
55.
Logan.
Oh, Dingo's in.
Secures it for now,
they
but
get
no.
the
arrow. It's May that gets the kill.
Medic on medic violence. As Bandy's the last remaining survivor, he's gonna back up and gonna actually live. Gonna extend his life. Gonna get health packs back up to spawn. But that was a disastrous fight for Froyotech. Cozy now sitting on full Uber ad and in a perfect position to forward hold once their players arrive.
A really back and forth first round, which is hopefully a sign of things to come when it comes to the competitiveness of this series, or at least this map at the bare minimum. But full ad in Cozy's favor. They're looking to turn this into a big advantage in terms of the time on the clock as the sack is coming through from the side of Froyotech. They're taking Kev out of the equation. He's really weak. Logan will give his life for it, but they're still lingering around in case it ends up being really good. But they're getting 3 different players. They'll finally get the kill on the Dingo. They're still running forward, trying to get anyone else. May is not too unhealthy, and Catface gets a nice headshot on Gungan and Banny. Probably will be a little bit of a late test. No, I don't think. Oh no, they're chasing after him. They may be a little bit to get him, but the flank, the headshot from Catface. The taunt comes out, well deserved. Holy, air shot as well. Insult to injury. The Wombo combo takes out Sax as May holds on to the Uber after the entire sack from Froyotech goes through.
It's rare to see a sniper on Bagel, so this is going to be interesting. And Froyotech might not have that much experience playing against the sniper on Bagel because it's not nearly seen as product as being well. Catface is ringing out headshots. This is a problem for Froyotech. They need to deal with this at some point. If they just let Catface get shot after shot after shot, it's going to be a quick best of 3.
I mean,
Best
I
of
feel
5.
like there's probably multiple reasons, but part of the reason why they probably picked this map is because it's not really viewed as a great sniper map, and Cozy has been using sniper to their advantage throughout this entire series, and they're still using it. Catface has
They don't even know where he's standing. There's so many different
Sax
places to
chasing
stand.
him. They're not able to deal with him. He's still alive on the beam, and now Sax getting 2v1. There might be some room, but the Uber comes out. It's an Uber exchange on the point. They have a little bit of overtime here to work with the side of Froyotech. They do indeed get Catface, so there is no sniper threat, and they get Trip as well. It's a 6v4. They're in a decent position here. They're still on the cap, getting it in their favor, and they will put more time on the clock, and a nice air shot from Sax seals the deal there and ends the fight. Actually, no,
Ed's gonna fall too.
I didn't even realize he didn't jump out, so that's going to be a little bit of a late soldier death, so buys even more time for the side of Froyotech, and then get a nice forward hold down here, but this has to be the forward hold. Like, you can't relent at all, or otherwise a singular cap from the side of Cozy seals this round in their favor. So let's see if
Catface still on
Froyotech have the
sniper.
Iron Man hold
They
in
seem
them.
to want to have the sniper to break out of the forward. As you do get a pretty decent angle here if you can avoid the spam. So I do get it. As Catface is going to take a lot of damage, and Froyotech's bleeding a bit of time. Looks like Cozy's going to sit around, go for plays. This Trip might have to fight a Saxophone in the house here. They're going to back up. As Kev's going to get through. Ed's hurt. Ed's going to have to back up. And Logan's hurt too. They're got to be really careful here. Catface is going to fall, so they do get a pick. But
Trip's
Trip is behind, and Trip is he's fighting Vanny. They're actually all dying. May died too.
Oh, I mean, they didn't have enough pressure, I don't think. I mean, they had one behind, but no one actually went back to deal with Trip, so they just still stuffed the doors. So being an extra person down even after Kev dies as well means it's so hard to actually hold that. So really good job from the side of Froyotech. This is what they needed. They needed to have this Iron Man hold, and the fact that it was a May death as well means this is just ad. Cozy
Catface is going to die on sniper too.
They have to just drop Hubada, actually. If Hubada uses and they get any kills at all, which it looks like they're doing, then this is going to be a round.
This is a little early though. They can maybe if they need to get point time though. And Speedy's gonna die for the last second. That might spell it for this round if they're not careful. They have to have the last fight and just extend this really hard.
It's a done deal.
Trips in.
They did
They're letting Trip get cap time.
exactly what they needed to, and it's not enough though. The push out there from the side of Cozy was a bit underwhelming, and Froyotech, I mean, all it takes is sometimes a really good forward hold, and you can come back from any deficit, and that's what they did. They needed to do that for 90 seconds straight and couldn't fail at all, and they delivered. So, well-deserved round from them. Really hard fought by the side of Cozy though, and then we'll see what happens at the sign of the next mid here, because it definitely shows that whoever wins mid is definitely going to be a contributing factor to who comes out on top.
Yeah, the mid is going to be pretty significant here. I think it was Dingo did a pretty decent amount of damage to some of the Froyotech players. They're going to have to back up. As these mids, the spam does seem to be going away Cozy just a tad. And you get a spam Trip out of the house, and Trip's actually going to take a lot of damage himself. Trip going to back up. This Kev's going to be the first one to fall, though. Going to die to Ed and Sax. Sax will be a trade out there, so it's going to be even numbers. Froyotech taking the initial cap pretty quickly. Vanny going to bomb forward, see what he can do, buy some space, but Vanny's taking a lot of damage. Going to fall with 10 HP and live. So, pretty huge there as Cozy's getting back on the point, and there's going to be a massive ball from Trip, but Trip isn't going to be able to get too much. Cozy's going to back up, or just get the point while Froyo backs up, gets healthies. They're just trading like 1-for-1 kills back and forth, but not too much is happening. Vanny's going to go on the side and go for a play.
Yep, going in for the force. It was kind of around the time they wanted to Uber exchange. Well, anyway, but Vanny still lived through it, and this Uber from the blue side is so much better. They have to run really far away if Roy's going to chase. The bomb comes in. They're kind of passive on the side of Cozy, but that just allows Froyotech to cap. Cap is actually kind of aggressive, though. Putting out the damage, doesn't die from it, but at the end of the day, Froyotech still hold on to things. So they're starting to bring the clock back in their favor. Cozy only got a couple seconds from there. So, you know, they don't really have this Uber to kind of force things anymore, and they really just have to try to out-damage him or go for a play to get a pick. They try to make some moves on the right side of the house from their perspective.
Good stickies from Dingo on
The bomb from Kev on Hubba pop it in the air. Their surface fine for now, but Trick comes in for the... Yeah, gets the kill there. Only 2 left alive. Sax behind. On to May. The first rocket hits. No, he is able to get the katana comes out, but it's not in time. May is indeed going to die. So overall, a lot of fatalities on each side, but the faster respawners from the side of Froyotech will mean that this cat place play has to go huge, and he finds the whole team. Gets some damage on Logan, but it's not quite enough, so that's going to seal the deal even more, probably allowing Froyotech to just cap this up for free, spare maybe traps from Dingo or something.
Yeah, Bay had a solid 10 seconds behind Hubada getting it forward, which definitely doesn't help. Getting the point does mean your respawns are slower, so not ideal there for getting back the point, but the Ubers are, roughly, it's only like 20% dissat. It's hot, so you can always take it, but it can be a little risky. Dingo, fall kind of hurt, as meanwhile Gungan's also hurt. There's a lot of health being traded back and forth, but no kills exactly, but their Trip is about to die. Vanny also not going to die for it, so that's just a feed, a 1-for-1, but no one on the other side. Logan is going to try to block. They're trying to block this point
the
so
flanker
hard,
snap.
but they're eating so much damage.
They almost were able to get so many kills on the side of the red team, but they're just holding S and
Oh,
farming them.
they're feeding.
The focus fire is not quite there. Maybe they
Logan
went
might fall
too.
too.
Maybe they went towards targets that were just a tad too deep, because there were definitely many more kills to be had on Cozy, but just not quite enough to be able to seal the deal. So now they're trying to set up this forward hold. Blue team does have an Uber they can use to break out of it if they need to cause some chaos. At least bombs.
Oh, there's the trap.
Will eat the trap, and that's going to make things a bit more.
Kev's bombing forward, see if he can get a force or get something. There's going to be a lot of damage. They're going to get that force immediately. Kev is going to fall 17 HP. Not enough, as they're going to get this Uber, but only one pick for it means that they can just sit pretty in this Uber and just wait. As Trip's going to go in, Trip going to fall, so no soldiers, but the Scout Demo Ubers can be kind of sick if they want, or they can just wait for the room.
2 for an Uber, can't be mad at that for the side of Froyotech, as long as they put the pedal to the metal and really get this force out of May now. They're getting
falling too,
aggressive now.
they might be feeding.
Yeah, he might be dying. He's kind of trying to get a pack, man. He's jumping him. He's able to surf out. Well, he's against the wall, though. The final rocket does indeed seal the deal. They get Kev as well. So at the end of the day, they're kind of crumbling here for the side of Cozy. They had some okay footing, but I don't think they were really prepared for the aggression that Froyotech was going to show after that cap. Maybe they were lulled into a false sense of security since it didn't happen immediately, but it happened nonetheless. Sax getting pushed a little bit, and this is not a full forward hold. They do know that they have disad and they can't actually do a normal one. So that's going to allow Cozy to actually get through the doorways, but doesn't mean
they rotate pretty well. They just get through the door for almost free. Logan's going to be here to do some damage, but the health is good enough, and they're going to let both teams got Uber. So that was a full Uber ad that they just kind of let go to not Uber. So whatever their strat is, it's going to work. They're going to exchange. No kills during the exchange so far. Though Gungan's going to get Cappy's going to get 2 tapped by Gungan. That's going to signal maybe a disaster for Cozy if they're not careful.
Yeah, I mean, down a person here, you kind of, I mean, if you try to do something, Trip's just going to get 2v1'd. They're trying to be proactive and fight while Catface is not here, and Froyotech's just going to find the weakness, and they almost got super punished for it. Trip, he's still trying to take these 1v1s, but it's quickly turning into 2v1 as he gets shot in the back by one of the scouts. Doesn't take that much damage, though, actually, and is not getting punished for it. They actually get the cap, but Speedy does end up eating a sticky. Dingo, really weak, but at the end of the day, I mean, the fact that you have to give up one to get this cap means you barely, you get peanuts in cap time. It's not enough. They really got to get something more. As Gungan taking a lot of damage. Same could be said for the side of Dingo, though. As Hubba HP that
Logan's taking a lot of damage, too. This might be an immediate recap if they're not able to block this. Kev's they're doing a lot of spam damage, but they're not really getting the point off of it. But Logan and Dingo going to trade with each other. Demo
comes out.
Killing each other means that this exchange is going to happen. And there's a lot of hurt Froyotech players on the back line. They're going to actually commit. They're going to get Ed. This could be a disaster if they're not careful. The pinch, someone's chasing the spawn. It's Catface. Catface gets Hubba and lives.
Oh, but Banny with the
play. May dies too.
Yeah, and Froyotech, they still have members behind. Gungan, kind of weak, is still able to take down Trip before he is going to die, but Sax lingering. You have Logan pushing and prodding, trying to at least distract for him. But Sax is, I think he's going for a more interesting target. He's going for the spawn camp.
Because they have the point again.
Sax is going for the spawn camp. I got my eyes on him behind lingering. I don't care what's happening on the point right now. Let's see the Sax timing. He's going to jump up the elevator or something. Oh, he finds Speedy. Never mind.
They know.
Right.
And Ed dies, so this could be a disaster. They do know that Sax is behind, which is going to make his job, presumably kind of tougher. But Froyotech only have 5 seconds left on the cap, so Cozy has to, make sure they play perfectly. Catface and Kevin are just going to fall. Sax is in onto May, managed to serve backwards.
He nails it. It took him a bit. He
Dingo gets air shot.
But he looped around, was able to find the medic, and now Red Team, they don't have heals. All the air shots ringing out from the side of Froyotech, especially with the damage in general, is going to be enough to allow Froyotech to take this round. There's overtime, but can they... Actually, no, this is going down slow.
I don't know if they're going to get there in time. They're going to get there in time.
The Uber saves them. Yeah, Hubba doesn't drop, so this is, as long as they get like 1 or 2 kills.
It's ×3, they're capping this somehow? They get May, though. There's no way.
There's no way. This is Froyotech's round to lose. It's just a little bit elongated because that cap time didn't go down too hard. But they're doing their due diligence.
That's almost an impossible fight to win.
Yeah, stuck between a rock and a hard place. But Froyotech coming out on top, and they with a bang in the last like 30 seconds of the game. If that flank didn't happen from the side of Sax, even though like he hid, it didn't work initially because Speedy found him. Still was able to manage to dodge Speedy and came in pretty much like Cozy was blind to it despite knowing that he was behind. I guess they were too preoccupied.
They had a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of fires to put out.
And then it was just over. So really close, but still Froyotech favored, and we'll see what happens the third mid fight. Some damage early onto the soldiers.
Banny's behind
fine, but Banny's behind immediately.
They're just chasing Banny on mid. Oh, Banny rolls Catface.
Banny wins. May tries to go. Oh, Bay lands on 3. He walks back into mid into 3 stickies. He can't heal anyone right now, and they know it.
Logan this mid is not going away, but Kev massive rockets from Kev onto Hubita, so
They're
gonna die,
salvage.
but they do manage to get the salvage, and Kev is still behind. Gonna get double scouted, it looks like, so not a fun time for the soldier class. Gonna get bullied by the scout class, but nobody's capped mid yet, and that's gonna signal maybe a mid-fight part 2 if they're not careful. Logan gonna set up an aggressive trap, Zach's also gonna spam, but it seems that Cozy's gonna choose the correct door.
Yeah, they'll get out of the doors at least, because Hubita's not there to actually tank people, so they can't play that aggressive on the side of Froyotech. But they do own this point, and they have at least some positioning. Banny kind of hiding inside of the house kind of aggressively, but we'll be fine for now as no one peeks it. Sax, on the other hand, will not be so lucky in the opposing, as he will indeed die. So it's a 65 scenario that Cozy is using to just go ahead and cap this up. Logan getting a little bullied right now, but they're giving up HP for
Banny's
May.
dead on May.
He's just gonna
Banny just
die.
gets
The
May.
bomb in, they get Dingo as well. They're just crumbling. There's only scouts left alive. Never mind, a singular scout as Speedy does indeed die. Kev in the thick of it gets some damage, but not enough to clean up Gungan. So it's just one left alive, and Cafes who backs up, and Froyotech. In their victories, when it comes to the fight, it's explosive, and it's not just their explosive classes either.
It is. There's a lot of people just. It feels like when Cozy loses, it's not that Cozy's losing super hard, but when they do lose, it sets them back so much longer in the time that Froyotech just has these small advantages that are working out, and they get all their, when it gets to like double overtime, like we saw, it's those little things that end up mattering, and whoever has the point last. Kev is Trip is gonna get through, gonna land on the pack actually, so he's gonna buy a fair amount of space. Kev's gonna trade with Sax, but Trip is gonna die because there's no soldiers for the side of Cozy, so this forward hold gonna work out pretty well for the side of Froyotech.
Yeah, Catface on the side. May's kind of alone at this point, trying to run away. There's no chase for now, but I think Trip's initiation, he messed up his jump, so he was kind of just screwed. He did not land where he wanted to.
He got the pack at least, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, he was already getting shot at. I think he wanted to go there immediately, but wasn't enough. But they're trying to push into the lobby now. There isn't like a 10% Uber ad, but with two down, Trip just cleans house, making up for the jump earlier, and they do indeed get this force. May finally having Uber, doesn't need to use it yet because Sax is just going to run into some stickies and die. Only 3 left alive, a 2-player advantage, and Uber for the side of Cozy. Is this going to be a free point? Will Logan bomb in and Sax and the rest of the team leave? They're trying to poke and prod, but with a 2-player disad, you definitely can't do anything here, as Hubita can't especially back up far enough, or can't get close enough to actually heal them and tank them. But Banny Sniper on Bagel of all things.
That's an exotic one. You do see Banny Sniper on 5CP, but I don't think I've ever seen Banny Sniper on Golf before.
Yeah, I mean Sniper in general is like a more of a rare thing compared to other.
Banny's good at it though. Banny does it. He gets his mans.
Yeah, so we'll see how this goes.
They have no idea too. He's missing it. They're gonna miss the first shot on May. They might hear it if they're not careful. May is actively playing with fire. They have no idea.
And there you go. That's not even the first shot, it's the second shot, and it's a body shot drop in favor of Froyotech. The rest of the team is trying to run away as fast as possible. The scouts are a little on the weak side. They're lunging forward. Trip, the long con behind. Will he find the timing? Zach sees it. 1 missed rocket, 2 missed rocket. The third one, does he get a 4th? No, he will not get a 4th. Hubita lives. As Froyotech able to back up in time to be able to make sure they keep their medic and most of their team alive, and will finally roar themselves towards the point and cap it up in their favor to continue the time in their favor.
Yeah, they're going to definitely continue this time in their favor. And Gungan sitting on 62 points right now, most of the server, even more than Hubita. So good plays from him as Cozy who have another forward hold to break, which they broke the last one, but it hasn't been consistent. Catface is trying to peek out on Sniper, eating a lot of damage.
Very fearless when it comes to its HP.
Banny is very far forward though. Banny's got to be careful.
Yeah, trying to punish.
There's a lot of forward players in house. Oh my god, they're just using through house.
They did have ad. I totally forgot they had ad. Didn't factor in that count. May might not have either. Oh, he barely gets out. They lose a lot to lose 3. So in a way, I mean,
they got
Cozy,
picks, but
for Cozy, kind of just views that as like, guys, May swapped his medic on accident. He swapped his medic on accident. He didn't mean to do that. He lost his ad.
Froyo doesn't know though. Froyo does not know.
Yeah, that's why they're not doing a normal forward. Hubita's on the point, expecting an Uber that will never come. So they have to try their hardest here for the side of Cozy, just like,
pretend you have Uber at all costs.
Yeah, someone maybe will see.
Yeah, May's literally hiding, so like they don't see, they see the lack of crackles. Well, Trip's gonna die, Ed's gonna die, Banny's behind too. Banny should fall once this I think he's gonna get the health back. He's gonna live for a bit longer, but they only have 14 seconds left, so they gotta go quickly. Hubita's gonna die though.
The flank from Catface. Logan's on top of the point. He's getting destroyed right now. The Jukes, he is gonna die with Banny. The bomb, May surfing. He's trying to chase him. The body block, the flat block, that's the deal. Both medics dead. They delayed their scout and medic spawn by a couple seconds, and with overtime being a thing in Froyotech's favor, they will just dry off of heals and win here if Cozy does not lock things down really hard. But with no
Dingo needs like a trap killer too.
you need a trap kill, you need like the flank of a lifetime, you need Froyotech to just like be unsure who they are needing to focus fire. And that's easier said than done for the side of Cozy as they get some cap time. They're luring some people
they're
forward.
just
They
bombing in.
expect the aggression.
Massive rockets,
they
okay.
own
It
Gungan.
gets Gungan. That was a huge play. He did so much damage.
Logan's dead too. May's in the thick of it. He's playing
And he's
ring
on the
around
May.
the Rosie
May's
around the
gonna
point,
fall
so
as
the
well.
Soldiers
It's a
can't find
disaster for Froyo.
May
It's a
did
complete wipe.
May did a loop around the ring so the soldiers couldn't find him. They circle around and it's like, where's this medic? Where is he going? And he only takes a singular rocket worth of damage. And Kev says it's the
Kev
ultimate
did a sick
brother
like
bomb.
air shot while he was bombing onto one of the scouts, and it was just over.
No, he's right. It was the ultimate brother bomb as they find themselves with Ad. They don't have it quite yet, but surely they'll get it in time. But Banny,
he's
dropped
on sniper
the medic
again.
before on this map. He's already taken a shot, and they see him this time. So Cozy will be able to prepare for it.
Logan's
And they
just
do.
walking through the door hurt though.
This Uber is their path to victory. They just got to use and be able to take down many players, and then Froyotech don't really have enough in the tank at that point. So got to find the timing.
They're gonna
it's
use
double scout. No explosives to gap chase. They're just going in. Never mind. Trips there. He gets some
Trip
damage.
gets sauced.
Speedy.
Speedy. They're not getting any kill. They get Gungan, but Speedy's getting kind of sauced again. Ed's gonna hit with the 1v1 while Uber. May's gonna die too. It's a disaster for Cozy, but can Fro get to the point? I don't know if they have the players to get to the point.
It's a demo and a sniper. That's so awkward, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't have any real hit scan. Manny just has to hit some crazy shots. They're not gonna get to the point. Logan's gonna bomb. He's gonna block it slightly, but is Fro gonna have the reinforcements? They might have the reinforcements.
He kills Hubbard at 95%. That Uber could have been used to actually buy time and make sure they can get these kills, just flash on and off to keep the overtime going. But the blue team still has the respawn advantage because they don't own the point.
The bow save cat base, that could be it.
The heal advantage. Oh,
Ed?
Just a singular scout on the point. The melee comes out. There's so much cap time though. Froyotech still have respawn
Yeah, but
advantage.
they're so disjointed. Fred is so disjointed. Catface just feeds them. Catface
No,
gets rolled. It's now just Dingo and May.
Gonna get this. They just respawn faster. Cozy had to win this fast enough and like dominantly enough, and they're not. They're going even, which means it's really bad in the long term.
Pipes up's not enough.
Oh, the overtime. Okay, no, it does go in Froyotech's favor. I don't like the double scout right there. The trip came from a different doorway, didn't get flashed. They were unable to gap close in that Uber.
This is so close, but Froyotech is just in the end are clutching it out every single round. Those have to be kicking themselves. They're down 3-0, but it's so close.
Yeah, but let's be real, if this was like 5 TP points, this would be like a 4-2 in terms of score. You know, they're putting up a fight, but they're just not getting the conversions. You know, in the pre-game scrim that Cozy did against a Pug team, I think they were down 0-3 and then had to turn it all around in a reverse sweep. So maybe they can implement that in the match as well, but might be a different beast comparing a Pug team to the side of Froyotech. As some cap time in favor of Cozy, but doesn't really mean too much. Just the damage that seals the deal, and Logan is going to end up dying as the first one, unable to return the frag and for a 5v5 scenario, but never mind, it was a long con play. 3v3 scenario here. Cap time in favor of Cozy, trying to streamline forward to be able to get the scout, but no, it's Ed getting 2, getting 3, cleaning up house and making sure that Froyotech still has enough in the tank to be able to get this cap done quick, able to get Hubba spawned, capping it up now, and they will start the clock ticking down in this 4th round.
They will start the clock ticking down, and the Freya scouts have shown up today. They are hitting their shots. It's tough as Sack's gonna fall pretty easily, so they're gonna get through the door. Bandy is kind of hiding, waiting, crouching behind. You can't crouch behind Bandy. They can see you. I guess they haven't seen him. Okay, they have no idea. May's dead. Oh, May hits a circle.
Behind though, Banny. May's alone.
That's a massive juke from May. That was actually a huge movement.
And they lose Dingo as well, so there's not going to be any sticky, so there's no forward hold potential. I mean, they can aggressive spam at least a little bit, but there's nothing that's actually going to lock down the doors that hard. And they're not even taking the positioning because they know it's such an important thing. So they do have even Ubers here, so Blue, even if it takes a bit long and Dingo is going to be there in time, pending. Actually, it might not even be there in time. They're just capping. They're not trying. They don't even have the Uber yet to actually block it to the side of the right team, and they lose Catface as well. Some damage on a Banny, but he backs up. He's eating packs. He's fine for now. And with Catface dead, this is actually kind of difficult for them to realistically do too much here. They're trying at least. They're getting a couple
one of the scouts. That's gonna force him.
Yeah, forced to use. They're going for the exchange here, but Dingo's dead. He doesn't get flashed. The pipe from Logan seals the deal. They're trying to go for his lead. They can do something similar, but they don't have very much space here. Only a little bit of captain in the name, and it doesn't really matter that much. So no domain here means Froyotech. They have some incentive to fight at least a little bit, but they can also just bide their time and let the clock tick down, and it seems like they're going for that route and not playing too risky here. Dingo rolling out and has finally arrived, so it's a 66
Logan's just getting walked out by a scout, but Speedy's gonna die trying to pressure Logan. Yeah, they're trying to pressure Logan out, and Logan's just hitting his pipes. Trip's gonna die too. They just can't get this cap. Freya has an iron grip on it, though. Sax is gonna die again. Sax dying to kind of prevent this point. And Froyotech's streaming forward into a somewhat forward hold, but Catface is behind.
Yep, and Kev
Catface
as
and
well.
Kev.
They might get pinched right in here. Gungan
And he's
taking
gonna
some
fall.
damage. Helmet is just dead. They let 2 players get behind. I mean, Bandy was
Helmet's
really
not dead
aggressive.
yet.
There was
Logan's
no
gonna die.
follow-up yet. Just that. He's respawning. He's not even there. I saw Bandy go forward. He had no follow-up. I guess he was going for a solo play. But they let 2 people on Cozy get behind. They just got completely sandwiched. There was no realistic ability for Froyo to focus fire, like in any sense. So it definitely makes sense that Cozy
need to actually use the super. I feel like the Cozy Ubers have not been super great this game. You know, and they have to get a minute off, so they have to get a pretty sick Uber here at some point.
Yeah, give Dingo the Uber.
I'm seeing, let's see, no silly off classes, no sniper or anything like that. Cozy gonna back up to the point. They're gonna give it up as a. Are they gonna let Froyo get Uber again from 0%?
I think they're waiting until Hubba gets close enough. Or they know that they have some time to chew here, like to just like ride. But yeah, it's getting closer and closer. But the force does eventually come out.
There's the forces. They're just out. They're not gonna get anything other than Bandy and Baby Sax. Oh, they're gonna get Sax too. Okay.
Okay, it's still not really worth it for the side of Cozy. They weren't able to use that Uber on their own terms, so all they get is 2 soldiers, which is a successful
Trip looks like he's about to
from the
bomb.
side of
Trip's
Froyo.
thinking about it. Yeah, Trip's bombing.
I mean, there's no soldiers, so sure.
Good force, good force.
In turn, we'll see how many kills they're able to get.
And they're just already out.
Logan trying to go forward and get an additional, but no. So yeah, both teams taking turns getting successful forces, trading a little bit of cap time. Trip will respawn in a couple seconds here. This is ad for the side of Cozy, but seeing how aggressive they've been playing, I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to break through early through this forward, and they will indeed do that. Some damage on Gungan.
They're gonna just trade so many kills. Oh my god!
Immediately, but Sax behind.
What?
Speedy,
That pipe was so huge. Logan just walking forward. Logan.
He's fine for now, up until Speedy.
He cooked too much. He overheated.
It's just Hubba. He's running away alone. He has no scout speed. Catface on the chase. He sees him. No, he locks eyes with him. He's gonna cut him off in the elevator room potentially. The arrow comes through. No, the respawner's there. Catface.
Yeah,
will not be
Catface
able
now
to get that frag.
It's the runaway, but they're gonna get the cap. They still have the 50% Uber ad to work with. We'll see how they want to take it this time.
Yeah.
Cozy seem very, very content to just like they don't really want to use the Uber. They just want the threat of the Uber to slow Froyo down and lead clock.
Yeah. Well. I mean, oh no, actually they're kind of doing something now. At least they're going through the flank with their entire team. It's going to be a family.
Oh, that's an exchange.
There's too many people to flash, but it might be Kev that's the one that's dropped.
Bandy dies.
Yeah,
wait,
they get Bandy.
Kev gets,
yeah,
okay.
There's too many people to flash. They ran into like 5 of them, and Hubba can't save everyone with that Uber, so yeah, they lose 2, and they get a 1 player ad off of it. But at least if you're the side of Froyotech, you can say, oh, okay, well, we'll get our 2 respawners. Kev won't be there, and then we try to break this forward hold a second time, there's less soldiers spam. Kev only respawns now and isn't at the door. Sax goes in, tries to make space, but Gungan dies. Trip able to get that kill. It's a really good job.
Gungan actually just gets kind of mulched by Trip. Like a ICBM from the heavens gonna just headshot rocket Gungan as Kev's gonna flank through, and Kev's just walking forward, but he gets headshot rocketed. Trip's gonna back up, and it's not ideal as Trip gonna back up, preserve his life. As now Sax's turn to go for a flank of some kind, but Sax is gonna get sauced by a scout.
Speedy's on him, took him out of the fight, but Trip is gonna die to Logan. The cap goes in favor of Froyo. They're gonna extend their spawns if any of them die, but no one is. Bandy got really weak down to 18 HP, but is still alive, and with Trip dead, gotta wait for him to respawn and be up there before you begin to really approach this. Gotta be careful with the flanks. So far, they've been flanked a lot here, trying to poke and pry. They gotta make sure they have their full 6, because Trip barely just got here. They wanted to Uber and Speedy, unable to connect, and they will drop him. So overall, this chase is gonna be really good for the side of Froyotech. They're kind of stuck.
Putting stinkies behind them. Oh, wait, no, Dingo!
They lost Logan, though. The pipe from Dingo kills Ed. He's still alive. He has 8 HP in a dream. Hubba really makes the flank from Trip. Can he find his way out of the medic? He gets another rocket. Can he get a third? No, the air shot from Bandy kills him. He's unable to connect. Hubba drop down to single-digit HP, I think, but will be A-okay eating the pack.
Does he have one last fight in him? And there's no Logan. Logan's just spawning. They have to fight this. They have to win this very quickly.
Yeah, they're trying to get forward on the point. They do have a little bit of
gonna just kind of feed. Bandy actually, he's gonna live. This is huge. Catface is 20 HP. They need to keep these players alive.
Respawn advantage for the red team long term here. If Cozy just trades 1 for 1, they can win.
That's a huge opening pick. Sax is going in. Sax, huge rockets from Sax at 2K.
This is a trading 1 for 1. Okay, now it kind of is. It's kind of trading 1 for 1. Cozy win this long term if they can just use the respawn advantage from not owning the cap. May needs to live. May needs to live as well. He's 40. This is not that good for the side of Cozy anymore.
They get Uber.
No, this is I mean, they got some
Dingo's coming. I don't know. Can they do the same thing that Froyo did to them? We'll have to see, but the time's ticking down.
It's just the heals and the stickies. It's so difficult. It's technically possible, but their HP is already screwed. Catface is dead. They're pushing him back. but they don't have overtime themselves, so even getting this cap doesn't really mean that much, and at the end of the day, Froyotech hold on strong, trip the sole survivor there at the tail end, unable to really do it. Same with May, as Froyotech take Bagel 4-0, not necessarily in a convincing fashion when it comes to the actual time on the clock, but convincing in the scoreline for sure, and it definitely makes sense why they picked this as their map.
That was such a close 4-0. I know Bagel's like usually close, but that was like, what, 3 double overtimes?
That one of the closer Bagel games that we've seen in a long time. Usually,
And it was a 4-0.
The earliest Bagel games that we saw were like...
They were all like that.
They were all double overtime. And then, you know, regardless of the skill level of the teams. And now, you know,
Dango
finally...
did 4-11. Oh my god.
Really? I mean, it is Koff. Putting in
So
the
did
work.
Logan did 397, Dingo 411. So the demo is definitely showing up as Logan actually went look at what damage negative. 397 damage dealt, 406 taken. So Logan was playing tank demo.
Sometimes you
was
have to
the
focus.
Yep, you know, a tank demo is a viable strategy. As what are the stats here? I think yeah, it looks like that the cozy flank was having a sad time. That seems to be the main like difference in the logs.
I mean, ultimately, the stat line will not show it, but the cozy would constantly be one person down. They need to wait for them to respawn so they can actually take a real 6v6 and not have some sort of weakness somewhere when they approach the point. And they wouldn't fully wait for them. They'd start really, really early before that 6th person is able to participate. They start like getting in one of the houses or like trying to cap, and they just explode because they're dealing with too much on their plate going early. And that gained so much time for the side of Froyotech that I feel like if they just waited like a couple more seconds for your respawner, they could have maybe converted some of those rounds there. It was, I mean, there was a bunch of overtime, so
yeah.
you can look back on any one of these like cozy moments where they do a little slight hiccup and the round can convert into their favor, and I think that was the biggest pattern. But these stats, I don't know, Froyotech's, you know, they're so good they're not even there.
Yeah, it's, you know, cozy just they really fought against themselves and lost in the end.
Yep, I guess that's the moral of the story.
That is the moral of the story, but we are on to map point for Froyotech. So Froyotech, they win one more map. They're your champions for current season of Invite, whatever it is. 14?
Season
15?
14, yeah.
14, okay.
Yeah, because they have the one map advantage, so they have the one victory. They just won their map pick of Bagel, but Process is Cozy's map pick. We've seen a decent amount of Process from them, so they're definitely well practiced in it, and it is actually extremely chaotic whenever they play. So I'm definitely looking forward to it in terms of the entertainment value, and you know, maybe they'll have it in them. We've actually seen finals before where it's a reverse sweep for the finals. I think the very first lower bracket run was a reverse sweep. It was the Witness Gaming one.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because you know, the first map in grand finals, it's definitely heavily favored towards the team who picks it. You know, like the team that's upper bracket, you only get like one ban for each side, and then you get to pick your map. So that is the map that if the upper bracket team is going to win one, it's going to be that one. So Cozy, they do have the gauntlet to go through now. They got to go through Process, they got to go through Goalie, they got to go through Sunshine. And Sunshine is Froyotech's pick, although last time they just barely won it. It was not a close thing by any means. But first, they're going to win their own map of Process, which last time we saw them on Process, they looked pretty good on it. It was like, what, a 4-2, something like that for Cozy? It was definitely one of their more dominant showings against Froyo.
They had like a... Against Froyo, I don't remember. I only remember their Global Clan one because it was that
It was
dominant.
yesterday.
Well, yeah, but we casted 7 maps yesterday.
That's fair enough.
You know, some of them start to blend together a little bit.
Fair
you know?
enough.
But yeah, I think nonetheless, at least going into this map, I feel like it should still stay kind of even between the teams, but you'll actually get to see probably like a more physical score to show that, because it's not Koth. Obviously, you go into 5 CP, so a nice mid here leading to a round, or you know, a little back cap here and there. So but the question is like, as much as we could think like, oh, think of from Cozy's perspective, you know, if you're confident you're going to win your own maps, all you have to do now is just find a singular upset win, you know, and you're
Sunshine,
Froyotech is thinking the same thing, probably, like, okay, this is their map pick, but if we just upset win and win on their map pick,
we just need to win on our map pick on Sunshine.
Then that too. So there's such a safety net for the side of Froyotech right now. The Cozy kind of have to play flawlessly.
I think the map pool, I kind of like the map pool for Cozy, though. As long as this isn't like a Rabani reverse, like, 5-head thing, where Rabani, like, fixes all of his team's issues on Process somehow overnight, I think this is like, I like the map pool for Cozy, but Froyotech have such more of a leeway. Cozy, they have the nice maps, but they have to, you know, actually convert those into wins.
Yeah, so I guess we'll kind of see how things go down. Cozy banned Sultry. They're more willing to play Bagel than Sultry.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see. You know, Froyo's ban was Product.
Yeah, they banned Product, picked Bagel, then Cozy banned Sneak, Froyo banned... I don't know if Froyo banned second.
I guess it makes sense
Granary.
I guess it kind of maybe makes sense to fear Product more than Process. But Process is such a staple that it's like, it's not even abstract in any way, realistically. So
I guess they feel like they can deal with the Sniper better on Process than on Product, because they're going to have to deal with it, you know, either way.
Mm-hmm. This is the most popular Sniper map because it's the most popular map in general.
Yeah.
Think about it.
It's also is a very good Sniper map.
Yeah, like, regardless of our argument whether or not it's the best one, it's for sure the one that, like, almost every player has maybe the most practice against. Because you could say, like, oh, but the permanent Product snipers is like, okay, how many times do you actually practice Product in a season?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's only so much.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but I actually think that it's a little harder sometimes to deal with the Process Sniper than the Product Sniper. Because on Product Sniper, you can bomb behind and at least make him, like, you know, turn around and look at stuff. But Process, this map, sometimes, you know, if the sniper's just posted up, it's really hard to get to him.
And it's a larger map.
It is a larger map, yeah. So I feel like even if it's a different game mode, I feel like the Process Sniper can be just as good. But we'll have to see how it goes. As currently, I think Ed is in Spectate. For predictions, I think Cozy take this. I'm hoping we get a good grand finals here. I think Cozy... I'm a little worried that Bandy might have, like, fixed whatever was going on last time, but I think that Cozy... They picked the map for a reason. They did well in it last time. It wasn't like they got rolled on Bagel, even though it was a 4-0. It was a competitive 4-0 at least, which sounds stupid, but I think they got it. I think it's gonna be like I think it's gonna be closer than last time though, like a 4-3. Yeah, 4-3.
I think
for Cozy.
I think it is gonna be. I'll put my thoughts into the Cozy basket this time for like a 3-2. I think I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on their map pick here. Especially because they seem pretty confident in the interviews, and despite like how like their mistakes were kind of visible last map, they were still really close to getting some of those rounds, so they might be able to find better luck here. As spam early on, the soldiers going fast for the side of Sax, but not too much into getting onto the demo men to try to eliminate them. But Catface is on Sniper for the mid. They do indeed see it. Sax is trying to spam him.
This is a good mid to go Sniper on.
And they're not actually going aggressive quite yet. Be careful.
They're not really peeking Catface. They're all kind of hiding. Logan's trying to go. Logan's trying to spam as much as he can. Catface is hard scoping, but
on Habita.
The Catface gets the pick. They're gonna just back up, play the Super.
Yeah, Kev made Habita surf into the air into the sniper sight line, and nice pistol from Speedy on to Sax as well means they're not gonna be able to really have enough in the tank to try to get this force in a realistic way. Banny's already super weak. Ed gets a nice 1v1 kill in IT, but will most certainly give up his life as he will find 2 scouts. But I don't think Froyotech has too much here to really actually defend mid. They're slowing them down for sure.
Banny's going for a play, but Banny's just gonna die.
Yeah.
Well, Habita's a riot, but Habita might have to get out of dodge. Habita might have rolled out to disaster.
Yeah, I was about to say that's slowly turning into more than just slowing them down. I don't think Banny intended on dying there, but maybe a little bit of a hiccup. But at the end of the day, this still is at it.
They're going. They're super bombing. I don't think they're ready. Logan was not ready. Logan might die.
Okay, no, it's there. I thought the second sticky was going to be there in time, but he
was so
indeed
aggressive.
pull it out.
That was a double sticky.
Yeah.
And Catface is still on Sniper for whenever this refight comes out.
Not for long. Sax is probably just going to kill him. Oh, the headshot. Never mind. He has to run inside IT for a pack, and he is seen, which means there's no more surprise factor. They're going back to make sure that Catface is escorted. And Trips on Scout.
Oh my god. Wait, Trips on Scout?
Yep. He's saying I would rather play just Scout on this map than Soldier. I
think
it's better.
Trips scanning grand finals. What a world we live in.
Yep. I mean, we would have definitely seen it if the product ban didn't come out and they picked it. But he's still willing to do it here. I think this is the first time he's done it so far in this playoffs.
They're basically playing this like product kind of, except it's a completely different game mode. But Kev's gonna die, so no soldiers. He got 2 scouts and a sniper, but this sniper is such a pain to deal with. It really is. Logan,
This-
yeah,
they're
they
playing
literally, Logan saw the sniper, just like, go.
Froy's playing this like they have at it, but they don't. They're most certainly not Uber exchanging off of one pick. They thought they had ad, and they're in for a world of hurt unless Cozy kind of.
There's no soldier. There's only one soldier though.
This Cozy post is not that great. You have a sniper for the post, and they're not really playing around him. They're playing aggressive, and I mean, Catface isn't really hitting too much. He ends up dying. It's overall one player advantage in Froyotech's favor. It's working out actually in their favor as Dingo is going to surf all the way back, unable to really sticky the doors, pushing the soldiers off the height as they take it themselves. Kev into a corner is going to die to the pistol from the side again, and Logan pipes down Trip as well. So getting those 2 kills, they're super late. Means they don't even have to stack to block those spawns. The soldiers and demos bombing in from the side of Froyotech as Logan.
Speedy's just in. Oh my god, Speedy's a psychopath.
Not enough.
Speedy's lived for so long. Catface is building a sentry in spawn.
He's getting out as well. He's running to last. He wasn't even gonna back spawn. Okay, well, at the end of the day, Froyotech, I don't think that's how they intended to get out of their own last, but it works nonetheless, and it pays off in dividends as they find themselves on the opposing last. It is even. May will get in a couple seconds here, and Speedy will respawn, so it's a 6v6 scenario, but they're definitely abusing the fact that they're not actually holding these doors close. The gun's only level 1. The sniper is on the field, though, in the
Ed
Speedy.
gets rolled by Kev.
And there's our 3-man coming from them. Oh, the damage on the May. He's 8 HP. Kev will die to fall damage, but overall, I think Froyo might have enough in the tank to hold this. At least
We'll
spam
see.
it.
They're gonna try to push out. They get through the doors pretty easily, but they gotta go at least get some point time before the reinforcements come. Cappy's gonna get pretty aggressive, and Gungan's they're gonna have to use just to make sure Gungan doesn't die. But his Uber,
they get the force.
I don't know about this one. Wait, they almost dropped it.
They're flashing a lot from the side of Cozy. But this post, Catface really deep. They're trying to run into
Oh
grass,
my god,
but
the
they're
damage!
everyone. Oh my god, the shot
the soldiers,
he
it's a nuke.
drive-bys Trip. Goodbye. There's only Speedy and Kev are left alive. Speedy melting on the point, and Kev, I mean, he's trying to slow them down to buy time for respawners at 2 here.
Look
but
at these respawns, 14 seconds.
No.
Yeah, Kev's gotta get that 1v5. He gets Ed, got his man.
That's a Froyo round.
Yeah, that was these Cozy posts have not been going well. That's what they lost second because of a bad post, and now they lost the other second because of a bad post.
Yeah, they went really deep, really fast, and right into the respawners from the side of Froyotech. They didn't try to play height at all. Just like, I don't know. I guess they wanted to win really fast before someone would like accidentally backcap or something. But regardless, their execution left something to be desired a bit. As Dingo's actually really fast.
Dingo's been doing like the kindness roll, and Sax is gonna land on him.
He's dead. Even if he gets Sax here, he's dead. Yeah. So it's not even gonna be a trade. Sax gets out. So Demo dead. You have to play the super fast or just leave, and they're opting for the fast route, putting damage onto Logan.
Oh, they're
just
just
gonna give up
they're
their
just
scouts.
getting slaughtered.
No, yeah, he went greedy. That's like the I don't think the soldier's going to go fast rollout that, you know, he did. Like,
Yeah.
committing after
He did it
attack
the
and not
first time
backing up.
too, which is might have been playing a little too cheeky there.
Yeah, he is gonna get punished for it. Sax on the chase. Trip will find him, but actually just find him with his eyes and not with his rockets. Is Logan might just die here. Yeah, a little overzealous, so no Demo Man means that is gonna be bought time for the side of Cozy. That'll allow them to get the respawners, as they're probably not gonna Uber without Logan. The gun is going up. They can spam the gun early because it is a bit of a... Actually, it's not even ad anymore. They're just going to probably use the player advantage. Yep.
They're just trying to get in off the
heaven.
distraction. They're going to get the sentry off of that, but Sax might have to die for it. Sax is 8 HP. Sax is still alive. Sax lived.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, you don't have your demo to spam down the gun or anything, but the gun's only level 1, so I guess that's fine. Definitely using the 2-player advantage, but at the end of the day, I mean, they eventually respawn. It's not quick enough of a sack, and it doesn't really work out. So, Catface on Sniper. The gun's going up again, and I think this time with a respawner of Ed on Sniper, the gun will actually have time to get built up to level 3. So we'll see if we get a nice little SVS here, if they'll actually accidentally like dodge each other for a little bit.
Yeah, we will have to see, but SVS, Catface looking at 2. I think he's expecting someone to peek. Catface now looking at 1. He sees the shutter door open, so he knows someone's going to be there. I don't know if they know there's a sniper. Oh, they know
now.
Ed gets the pick.
Yep, so some room for Froyotech. They're still inside 1. They haven't rotated. The spam is in that direction, though, so might making things a bit difficult. Sax gets the gun in 5, though. Gets punished a bit. Trip puts a lot of damage onto him, and that means that Sax can't immediately sack off of it. And Vanny dies as well, trying to peek 2. So even though they get the gun, the fact they got really damaged means that there's going to be plenty of time for Speed to just rebuild it, and this cozy hold is still going on strong. They got the respawners. Catface's respawn on Sniper as well, and that's the difficult thing about this. Like, oh, Sax dying as well. You can get the gun down.
Yeah, both soldiers. Vanny's going to spawn soon, but still.
If you get the gun down, cool, that's step 1, but chances are someone probably lost a lot of HP or maybe even died to
Logan's
get that
just running
gun,
at the
and then
sniper.
that's kind of Finn, you know, but...
Onto Logan. Is Logan gonna die? No, Logan's gonna get a bow. They're gonna back up.
Banny
Sack's
spy.
gonna roll out, so Banny spy. So we have a sniper and a spy. Banny's doing the off-class roulette here, trying to show Cozy who's the real off-classer. Banny's already in. Look how fast he is.
Yep, he's already in heaven.
He's on the go fast knife. He's on the, was it the big earner?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe large
the
game from Banny here. I don't think they know.
Jumping in, wants the sniper, and is going to live for now, just barely. Kev unable to hit the rockets at least for now, and he's still going to be up in heaven, so there's a pick there. They're down a soldier
Banny's going
for
again.
spamming
He's on
purposes.
stock,
He's going
so.
in. Kev's going to see him as he lands in front of him, probably.
He gets the sap. They get Ed and they get Banny, so both off-classers down. Sax is in, trying to go for something, but he's got to be careful as he's going to back up.
Oh, Kev's trying to go for the counter. Overall,
Oh, they're going to trade off Gungan, though. That's 3. I think you can go off that.
Yeah, Cozy is probably on the move. Look at Catface. He's just in.
Oh,
he knows there's no
Trip
hit
hits him nice direct on. Trip's hits a nice direct. Oh, they're going to back up now. They don't like the spawns. Thought about it.
Yeah, but it's like what I was just saying. Oh, that is a... That's not attack.
Probably not. It's too early to be attack. Well, something like really bad happens.
No, that has to be attack.
Yeah, unless they get like...
It's attack?
It's attack. Ooh,
I
think Cozy might lose the round and then get like rolled back to last instantly. That's the only thing. Like, if they attack, then get like wiped on mid and then lose like another round, so they're down 0-3. I could see it. That's the only way I can see it.
Because that would have to be like Froyo winning in 30 seconds, and right now it's even Ubers, so I don't
know what. Yeah, weird.
That's
a very strange time
right
for
now
attack.
for that to be 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I guess they like maybe they need more time to like.
I can't imagine Freyo attacking for any real reason.
No, especially not in this position. Yeah. I guess they're attacking at 2-0 instead of 3-0, so they have more leeway to make mistakes.
It could be a mid-tack, because I think they just round reset, right? Like, I know it's been ticking down for like a couple seconds, but there's only 40 seconds left on like the timer going down.
Oh, maybe.
So maybe if Cozy get wiped on mid again, they tack to go like, hey, what's going on?
It could be a possibility.
I think that's the most likely scenario, but we'll see.
Yeah, you're probably right. Because considering how things have been going now when it comes to breaking on like a normal stalemate, Froyotech haven't really found much success. They get the first step done, like I said, gun dies, they get a pick, whatever, but then they can't get a dude in. The people that they need to sack in are the people that like screwed up their HP or died, like making the pick in the first place. So
yeah, I feel like this is definitely a round reset, and like one team just loses mid really badly. I feel like it's probably Cozy, considering if they wipe on 2 mids, that's like, you know, not that's probably a time where it's like, okay, guys, why are we giga wiping on mids?
Yeah, you don't want to start the map on your side or start the game on your side of the map every single time, because teams of this caliber, they're going to teeter-totter back and forth, and if you ever backtrack, you're on your own side of the map and you just end up at last. I mean, you can't go any further than your last. You just lose around at that point. At least you get some room if you start on their half. You maybe claw your way back in if you have to back up to mid or maybe even 2. But yeah, you're probably right. The only alternative is if Gungan respawns on Sniper right now, immediately snapshots May, and then they Uber and take a round.
Yeah, I doubt that's the case. I definitely, if I was Cozy, like, Cozy's in a pretty good position here to just round reset, unless like some sort of major disaster happens. I see a lot of Cozy like kind of shenanigans in lobby, but they're just they're playing for the reset.
It's just kind of traps and stuff, because they're probably gonna enter lobby.
Yeah, I mean Dingo was like, I saw Dingo like a minute or 2 ago. He was like out there just like katanaing the stickies that Logan left in lobby. Which, I mean, I thought
playing with fire.
Yeah, I mean, he's been studying the blade. You got to practice your sword swings.
You want to know one thing that is a first? We're seeing the gun shifted towards the right half of the last.
Yeah,
it's usually left or centralized. So Cozy is saying that like, no, we don't want to deal with anyone during like peeking around through 1 and 2. We want the gun to always be able to see these guys as they go up and down the ramp. And lobby will be the weakness, and we'll just try to do our best at spamming it properly. Because you can see that gun so easy from 5. It's not even a like, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
So if they lose the spam battle, that gun could go down pretty easily. So they're gonna put all their eggs in that basket for their hold, which we haven't seen yet. So even with watching them, I don't know how many times we've been on their last per se in these stalemate scenarios, but the first time we've seen it yet, at least.
Yeah, it is the first time I've seen it yet. Freya hasn't really been in the back foot much at all this series, so Cozy definitely need to they need to fix their bids, because if they have to claw their way back from their own last or second every time, it's gonna be a long series, or actually it's gonna be a rather short series. They're just gonna lose process. So
and that's losing Grands as well. So
yeah, that is losing Grant. So they gotta fix something. It's not like a total disaster, but it's definitely like trending the wrong direction. I don't know if people believe in momentum in like sports and esports, but the momentum has been in Freyo's favor the entire match.
we've seen their comeback potential before, but it just hasn't really kicked in yet. It can be kind of hard because after you play against a series against a particular team, you kind of like you don't know everything, but you know at least a little bit. So when both teams come with what they view as like a new game plan to try to solidify a very dominant win, because none of those wins are really like that dominant in their previous series, for the maps themselves. So one of the teams is going to come out on top with a better plan and figure out the team a little bit more, and then it's just on the other to like kind of try to implement their plan B the best they can, and not only have Cozy kind of failed to implement a plan B properly, which is kind of new territory for them, at least as viewers. But with this tack and how long it's taking,
I was gonna say this is a long
this
tack.
is preparing a plan C as well.
Yeah, this is either that or like somebody from Freyo's like, okay, guys, I'm gonna go get water and walk my fish, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, my goldfish needs to be walked. It's 9 p.m. That's its time. So who knows what they're doing? Somebody probably went to the bathroom, all that fun stuff. So that's my guess is that they went over the plan, maybe went over a secondary plan, and now they're waiting for everyone to sit back down.
I mean, you do kind of have to plan for the long haul.
Yeah,
if you're the one that does the first tack, because I think you only get one.
one per map, I think.
Yeah, so if you tack on this map, and then you ever feel like you need a tack later, you kind of just have to cross your fingers that your team feels the same way.
Pull the plug.
Or, I think it was definitely a joke, but Catface typed once in chat like you can take our pause or whatever to the other team.
Yeah, it was like you should take a pause here.
Yeah, hope they show mercy.
Yeah, we'll see, but yeah, I'm looking at Froyotech looked pretty dominant. Do they look that much different from yesterday, or is it just like Cozy looks flat at the gate? I feel like Cozy's looking more flat than Froyotech looks fixed.
I think their dome end's different.
I mean, the demo man is different. That's true. That's true. Is Logan a process savant?
I mean, it's process, so most dome men are pretty good at process. It's the most spanned map, so if that's your main and you're playing at this caliber, like it's not going to be a bad map for you.
Yeah.
If anything, I think process exposes one of two things. One, either it exposes like the scouts, because I mean you can have sick positioning, but if your DM isn't like super on point, I mean I feel like DM matters maybe a little bit more than for process than some other maps, just because how much of a playground it can be, and like you can really like put your team on your back at some points if you pop off real hard and go the extra mile, the extra mile.
Yeah.
It can also kind of expose soldiers a bit, because
if you don't really know what you're doing, the scouts are gonna eat you alive.
You don't just sit on a door and just spam and get free damage. You have to like implement a bunch of variety in your gameplay. You get your double bombs on point, add some fakes in there to bait people properly, make sure that you go on targets that aren't so deep that your team can't actually help clean them up, because you see that a lot on Process and Sunshine. Soldiers will like bomb in deep, and it's like, all right, well, I saw your team try to help you, but there were like 3 other people that you ignored that they had to get through, so there actually ended up being no focus fire. That type of deal.
I'm pretty excited.
One of the 2 things that get exposed.
I don't know. It didn't work out, but I think it is quite funny. We did see a Trip Scout in Grand Finals, even if it wasn't on product. They still found an opportunity to bring it out anyway, which I do respect. And they also found an opportunity to get Trip off of Scout, so I guess that's something. But
yeah, but we're slowly losing the opportunity to get Trip on demo.
We are.
It's still there. It's still there, but it's slowly.
You'd have to do something crazy like Trip Scout, so then Dingo switches to Soldier, so then Trip has to go demo.
I'm just talking about the celebratory pug.
I'm just that too, but I'm saying like if you had to see that, that's the only way that could happen.
No, maybe another time.
Yeah, maybe another universe.
Not with these stakes. I'm convinced at this point you're right. This is more than just a normal tack. This is like someone went to the bathroom or something.
Yeah, who knows what happened. I'm curious.
Oh, never mind. We're live. Okay. It's a stalemate, so it's not exciting. Like we're off the bat, but we're live.
Yeah, gameplay is happening.
No off class for the side of Froyo. Gungan respawns on Scout. So even Ubers, they got their Kev respawn as well. And Froyotech would continue to try to break into last here. Did Hubba got dropped down to like a sliver? Did he get? Oh, he got lock and loaded. Okay, he
Yeah,
had to take the IT pack.
he got good weapon.
Yeah, very good weapon. All they got to do is kill Dingo, and he'll swap back to Iron Bomber. Maybe should do that for your stack wave.
It's not that simple to just kill Dingo.
Yeah, that's true.
There are stickies on the floor. Logan has walked his way past him. Logan's peeking for. They're actually just gonna exchange because the time's so low.
Yeah, the Uber will come up from the side of Cozy. May has no beam target. They get the gun down. They're resetting. They're probably going to try to go to a different doorway, re-heal. Sax is making space through 2. Gungan and Ed are filing in suit. But this is kind of Cozy's round to
okay,
lose.
they just instantly ate 2 lock and load pipes then. The push is done.
Yeah, it's kind of... I mean, they're still in it. They're getting some
No,
frags,
it's
but...
done. Look at the health.
Yeah. I mean, they'll get... They get... You know, they're still kind of fighting, but the heavy is too much.
And he's just in a corner
it
getting
should really be done on paper.
repeatedly.
I will say, that's very impressive that they actually got this many frags, you know?
Yeah. I saw Dingo literally just like he hit a lock and load on Hubba and hit a lock and load on like a scout, and that was just, or maybe it was Logan, and that was the game.
That
was the
saved
push.
them, honestly, because
it did.
Most of the times you see this scenario where it's like, all right, we're forced to Uber exchange here off of literally nothing because of the time. It ends abysmally for the team that is trying to push, but that was actually
a pretty
really
good scenario.
That was pretty even until the tail end where there was a heavy on the field, and you're kind of like, it's over.
That's the problem with last. You run into Putai, you run into engineers, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, So,
so it was attacked by Cozy.
It's attacked by Cozy, so I am expecting a disaster in this mid.
We'll see what happens, what they decided. It took a long while for them to figure out what they wanted to do. Is Sax a bit weak? Might get chased on
Sax is gonna fall.
He is the first frag, so
Manny's
it's good for
really
the side
hurt
of
too.
Cozy. He's not peppered down yet, able to get the pack, but it is going to be Gunnigan that falls down to the grave from the side of Trip, killing him, and Kev's on the chase.
Alright, I don't see any disasters happening. I wonder what the attack was about.
Just mid-fights probably, something.
But they won.
The attack done early.
Oh, there goes Trip. Maybe I spoke too soon. No, they won that mid. Maybe they're discussing their last pushes? I don't know.
Well, even Uber says Hubba did indeed live. So, both teams down a soldier. They can maybe try to get the gun. Actually, no, Kev's in early. Oh! Not only did he body block Hubba from getting the surf that he wanted, but the little air hop wasn't enough to save himself from the air shot. Logan too far forward as well, so just dies to this Uber as they get right on top of the thing. Sax might kill May, but they've already done so much damage.
Dingo did a ton of damage, but I don't know if they have the kills for it.
They screwed this up. I mean, they Ubered, they got Logan right off the bat, but they definitely did not play enough cap time here.
No, maybe they get reinforcements.
It's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
They just chased for kills after Logan when they probably should have gone for cap and brought the kills to them, and that will allow Froyotech to get and find their way out of their last. As Kev has shown himself on sniper. Logan kind of zoned him out.
When does this pause happen? Did it already happen? It did already happen. Okay.
Yeah, it already happened. It was it was before the mid.
Oh, it was before the mid.
Yeah, so it was for the mid.
I totally missed it. I was like, what happened? Okay, so
yeah, it's easy to miss.
The attack actually worked. Okay.
Yep, it worked for the mid, but there's a whole lot more to the game than that, and he's on spy when they have ad. They know they have ad. May died.
But there's a sniper.
I guess.
It's only 30% too. I think they want something. I think this is this Froyo's solution to like the costly sniper is just have Benny go spy. Benny,
he's going to IT.
Yeah, of all the possible things to expect, I think Bandy Spy is definitely the funniest thing to see, like, get brought out for grand finals. Like, the forbidden,
he gets it before the Uber even comes out. But Logan, almost dead. No, they do indeed try to chase kills down. He lives as well, which is actually huge. A flank tried to happen from the side of Cafes, but he will get 2v1 from Ed and Sax as that stab opened up Cozy like a can.
Of all the things to see in grand finals, Bandy Spy is definitely not one of them.
Kev doesn't get his hero shot because, oh no, he still gets shot. Bandy spots it, and Ed pushes and gets body shot.
Yoli Sniper main Kev, can he hit it? He lives.
He surfed the hit scan out. It's crazy.
Bandy's stuck on Spy. I love this.
He no longer has the surprise factor, but we've already saw when Yum Yum was on Spy that sometimes knowing is only half the battle and not in a good way. As
Bandy has been found. He is 14 HP.
He's probably dead to spam. Gets him. They got Caface though, 1 for 1. Even
honestly,
on players.
I kind of, if I'm Cozy, I kind of want to. Well, Bandy can call stuff on Spy though. That's the thing. You get a lot of vision.
There's not a huge incentive to really fight this. It's a 5v5. You can poke around for something good, but Trip's just gonna die in sewer. So now Froyotech have kind of been granted just a free pick. And they have most of their
heads
squad
on
here.
sniper, so you still like kind of have. You can't linger too hard. If there's another pause, I feel like this has to be a tech.
That's got to be a tech. I don't think Froyotech pauses here.
Yeah, it's too early for Froyotech to like tack over something.
Or Cozy did another tack. Or I'm about to see an unpause from like, you can't do that. You already did one tack. Illegal. Probably not though. It is a tech pro.
It's
most
really
likely.
the kind of team that will actually.
What was that, Dolphin?
Yeah, what was it?
Oh, it's
you get
2
2
per. I
pauses,
thought it was
okay.
1. Oh, okay. Well, shows what we know.
I don't know what this feels like a tech to me, but we'll see.
My money's on tech. I think. Let's see. Let's run it down. Logan Internet, Banny Internet,
Dingo Internet.
Dingo Internet. May doesn't. He doesn't live in the same place anymore, so he's scratched off. Oh, Speedy Internet.
Speed Internet.
As those 4.
Trip peripherals too.
That's really rare though. Rarer than it's.
We've seen Bandy Spy like 3 times already. Rare things are happening.
That's true.
Something is the past 2 days. Something has been just in the water, in the air. I don't know what's going on. We're seeing like a lot of exotic like.
That was a short one.
That's what I'm saying. That's a tech.
Someone crashed or someone. Yeah, that was a tech.
Oh, how about a drop?
Speaking of crash, they crash and burn in this push.
Oh.
Hubba drops his Uber, so unavailable there, and a nice headshot on the Banny from the side of Kev. He's trying to get out of the way through IT, getting chased. Potentially Logan's gonna die.
Logan's gonna die too. Banny might die too. Banny's like so hurt. Yeah,
Banny's
getting hunted down.
Out. Speedy's gonna kill him maybe.
No.
They couldn't thread the needle in time.
He's got the.
Catface wants him. Where is he? Oh no,
they
he
wanted
gives up.
Banny so bad, but unable to get it. Sax is gonna get forwards with Hubba, so they're gonna just be able to build a little bit of river. They're gonna. Is this a Froyotech because they lose last?
No, you're halfway into the map. It's not 1-1 infinite overtime. You still have tons of process left as they're going through one. They didn't really milk it, but they're still able to get in at least. Find a kill or bait the cap. One of the two. Able to get Banny. That's step 1. Actually, the gun is probably step 1 really, but they lose Speedy and Catface. They have no scouts. Kev has to kill everyone here.
Oh, but they get Sax. Sniper?
The flank from Trip, he's doing so much damage. The upper direct onto Logan, and he gets hooked.
Oh my
god.
This is
Trip's world. It's Trip's world.
But they still have a sniper to deal with, and it's Dingo. Oh, okay, Kev's just hitting everything. Dingo has to block. Dingo has to do it himself, and the sticky's Kev. He hits the shots. That's gonna be it. This is a Froyotech, I think.
Is it? Let's see.
This is a Froyotech.
1-1.
That was 2 drops in a row from the Froyo mid.
Against both the teams. Yeah, that was a tag. You're right.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a tech. Froyotech, what do we do about Kev Sniper killing everyone?
Those are the earliest attacks that we've seen so far in this playoffs.
Those are early attacks we've seen in general. That's
yeah.
Which I could see teams like doing it more frequently, especially in grand finals.
All right, well, let's see what Froyotech has cooking this mid, because that's definitely a topic of discussion for them, as they lost 2 really quickly in the last time the mid was played. As Sack was able to actually get through IT this time around. The high ground control is a little bit better for the side of the blue team. It's not that much better, but marginally so as they bomb in. A lot of damage to Kev. He gets an arrow, though. They're unable to secure the frag. Sax got behind. He's chased a little
Kev's
not
behind
too hard.
too, fighting Sax.
Yeah, he's going back for Sax.
He's going back for Sax, and meanwhile, they're just going to leave Sax there. They are in the sad corner, but
they're
I don't
in the
know
sad corner. They're losing. Trip needs an arrow. He barely gets in the
They need to get out.
This is really bad. They Uber because they kind of have to. If they get this force, they got it.
Dingo gets air shot.
They don't have enough to escape. This is a full life. May isn't able to get out. B dies first. Stax is cutting him off. Is going to be able to secure the frag there. Actually, no, it's Gungan, and Kev will die as well.
Life.
So they got marginally out-positioned on the high ground.
Into the sad corner, and then they pushed.
Into the sad corner. They need arrows for days. They had
Dingo's just dying in spawn.
Pushed away. That's really, really bad. Dillman dying in spawn. I mean, you kind of have to because how fast-paced this was. That's the second cap and immediate last one because no one on Froyotech died. So
it was also like they were getting cap time as Froyotech was they were in the sad corner. So literally, that was like a worst-case scenario where they were getting cap time, so it didn't even take that long to cap the point.
Yeah, so no more, no tax for now, so we'll see what happens this next
Dingo's doing the fast rollout again. He's committing to it.
That's fine, it's just the staying on the pack thing is the spooky thing. He did indeed back up after he got it this time, so he'll be a bit safer, and it's harder for Sax to want to commit for that kill. As the bomb
Gungan needs to lock him.
They're on to Hubba, and he
Dingo's
gets
just holding W. Sax is gonna die, Trip is gonna die, Ed's gonna die, so everyone's just dying left, right, and center, but Cozy have the point positioning in the end. If Froyotech want to refight this, it could be a little... They have to get through choke onto Dingo. They're eating a lot of damage.
Speedy isolated, though. He might die here. He needs to kill one.
Dingo's the actual one who's going to get isolated.
This is not
that good.
Yeah,
that's going to signal the backup in 2 seconds.
Kev bombed in, got 1 rocket off, and it didn't
on Sniper.
And he's on Sniper now. Yeah, he's like, no, I don't... Screw Soldier. I bombed in, I got 1 rocket off, it did 0 damage. They just looked at me at mid. I'm playing the class that I think I'm gonna nail someone with.
They did win when he was on Sniper last time.
Yeah, Trip. He's kind of losing the 1v1 against Sax.
Misses his body shot though.
Out. Oh,
Logan needs a
Cafe
headshot. That's a huge ping. But Bandy's on the Hubada. Or not Hubada, May. May takes 0 damage though, so that's gonna be 2 soldiers dead for the side of Froyotech.
The Trip flank might come in hot. Ed's kind of there, taking some damage, so beware. Trip has to back up, at least for now, as there is a player advantage that Cozy can use, but it's a little bit awkward. The Uber comes in. It's just an exchange that will eventually be used by the side of the right team as they can chase him down real hard here.
Gungan's committing to this.
He's trying to body block. They let him go behind and kill the sniper. He also wanted to slow down the Uber. He did his job, honestly, especially the fact that Hubada lived despite not having scout speed at the tail end of the things there. So overall, Froyotech with the player advantage and no more sniper they have to deal with means they can technically try to push this 5v4, and they will indeed try. They have to win this fast, though, because if they take too long, Cozy will get the respawners, and Banny as the first kill does not both of them.
Sax might die too. Sax is gonna die.
Well, this is really not
good.
They needed to win way harder.
Overextended. He's 28. He's gonna die to Logan Stickies, and it's a 2v2. No soldiers for Froyo, but a soldier, a scout, and soldier down.
It's a 4v3 right now. They could take it. They could fight this if they feel like they can get through Logan Stickies. It doesn't look like they want to test him, though. They're giving some respect to him. So they will back up to last.
We'll back up to last, and Banny's on Spy again. This is... I've never seen Banny play this much Spy in my entire lifetime.
I mean, maybe that's the theory, you know.
That is. Banny's... I guess he's feeling the Spy. I don't know what to say. Trip might... he didn't notice that the pack was gone.
It's just blind spam. Yeah.
I like how it's interesting Banny's on stall.
Yep, just trying to get in real fast.
I actually do think that the big earner's working, because it actually lets him live after going for... They have no idea.
He's gonna get it.
Oh no, oh they turned just in the nick of time.
Yeah, Speedy saw him. So overall, will be the one man. Will not work out as Cafe pokes through 2, but he's just a scout, so not really gonna commit. No bomb to be had there.
And he's gonna go sniper now. That's my prediction.
He could, yeah. No one's going back to hold the door, so I wouldn't put it past him. Get on sniper.
Or they're gonna do like a 4-man.
Kill
one of the
soldier, spam the gun after.
Oh, nice. Okay, he's on soldier.
Makes sense in a way because having one less soldier to actually spam the gun means that there's a lesser chance of the gun ever dying, and that kind of needs to happen.
Yeah.
So if you were going to run a sniper, someone like Ed needed to run back to spawn or something.
I wonder, do you think Froyo fixed their like 3 and 4-mans or whatever they're doing? Because yesterday we saw a lot of Froyo 4-mans that got 0 damage up to May.
The only 4-man we've seen successful from them has been in Bagel, which I feel like doesn't count.
Yeah, that's
there have been no 5 CP 4-mans that have worked so far from them.
Catface is peeking. Gets a shot to Hubada, and meanwhile they lost 3. Hubada can't cross. Hubada can't cross. There's a sniper in the way.
I caster cursed the hell out of that. As it does indeed work, Hubada popped him in the air. Oh, misses the air shot. Still trying to do the damage. Oh my god,
they can't kill
he's
Hubada.
Milking.
Okay, they finally get, but that's a 3-man, and they're gonna get reinforcements. This could be a little sketchy.
It's simple. The secret was 3-mans, not 4-mans.
The gun. They don't have...
They have the demo, but Hubada takes a lot of damage. He needs to go back for the pack, which means they're not healed as they're running forward. Gungan gets piped.
Oh, Dingo dies!
Yep, and they're trying to reach the point, but it's not in time. So really good job from the side of Froyotech. Turns out 3-mans with the secret after all, not 4-mans.
Well, the secret is to, have Cozy 3-man at a last. People just beefed on the Hubada.
Yeah, that's the real answer. Mine is more of a joke, because as soon as I said, their 4-mans aren't working, they do a 3-man and it works for the first time.
Did the 3-man work?
Yeah, they 3-manned and it got the force on to May, which is why they ran out in the first place.
Okay.
I mean, Cozy did a 3-man as well, and it worked, but just not as good because they're on last.
Yeah, and they also took too long.
Yeah, so we'll see how this mid goes as Froyotech get closer and closer to crowning themselves the champions of Season 14, but they haven't quite won it yet as Cozy still have some fight left in them. Sax is really loving going inside IT, and for now has been able to get inside there, but Hubada and Gungan have taken tons of damage. Trip is the same thing, getting inside IT.
Oh no, he misses all of his pipes.
Looping around, May's juking them for a bit. They're losing some players.
Oh,
getting so much damage onto them. Hubada got dropped down to 7 HP and lived, and now Cozy's just wiping. Yep, on top of each other. Sax gets 2 with 1 rocket, and Catface will be the last death here. Sax is just taunting early. I want to argue because
so Sax may have taunted as...
And let Logan die.
Yeah, let Logan die.
You got this, Logan. It's fine.
Yeah. He's dying so Logan can go unlock a motor pipes or something. Who knows?
Banny Spy, immediately.
Dude, I have never seen...
Oh, no, he's getting forward.
He's checking. It would be funny if he committed, though. I would approve of that, even though he has Ed.
Yeah.
He's checking. He's checking Spy over and over again. Yeah, he wants to make sure there's no shenanigans. He's checking Pyro. He's checking. Wait, Bandy almost walked out on Pyro.
He doesn't have
hat. He has no hats on Pyro.
He has a class switch, not a loadout switch for like. Well, he doesn't have a loadout switch.
Okay, Catface almost just walked at Ed. They forced him on second. That's huge, actually.
Yep. So they do get that force. Getting 1 kill, I mean, you know, I think both teams are kind of whatever about it. You know, it's just a leapfrog scenario, but Cozy probably aren't very whatever about pushing out a last. Kev's still in sniper in case they try to peek early, because Froyotech's been known to kind of like put the pedal to the metal sometimes, but is it going to be, see, no engineer? They look like they want to push out. Yeah, Kev swapped off, so we'll see how they do this. Froyotech has gone behind sometimes. They're not always that aggressively. Spare some of the soldiers to get some early spam. They spot them in lobby.
Yeah, Sax spotted them, so we'll have to see how this goes.
Bombing through lower. All the stickies are juggled.
Yeah,
Dingle's,
it got spotted so
can't
early.
even jump. Yeah.
This is going to turn into a big leapfrog.
They don't have quite yet, though, so they can't block, per se.
Yeah.
But they are poking extremely
They're getting in
early.
early.
And Trip, he's not that healthy. He can't actually go for a good bomb right now. The spam's already coming in, but Kev will do it. He gets the force. He gets Banny as well, so that's actually pretty good.
Force and Banny, you take those.
Trip's trying to escape. Oh, sticky. Oh, Logan, huge. But
Logan's going to die for it.
Mind.
That means there's no demo.
Overextended. Yep. So no demo means there's some room to work with here. You could try to go for a 4v4 drive, but
yeah, they have really bad spawns. Catface is in, actually. They're going for Catface. Gonna get the side shot onto the Gungan. Gonna get Gungan. And Catface is still in. They're not even shooting him. They don't know. He gets 2.
Yep, Ed, last frag in class alive, wants to salvage on him.
Oh my god, Ed!
He knew his job and he delivered. How about against Catface as well? Holy salvage from the side of Ed, putting the team in their places. Froyotech are still going to hold on to 2 after all is said and done. Hubba alive, and this is themselves building their ad to try to go ahead and push last once they get the respawners and the Uber underway.
Dingo's putting his stickies on the doors, interestingly enough.
Yep,
4 and 5.
Quite yet.
And not on the point.
I mean, as long as you sit away from the gun, you can, you know, haphazardly put some stickies at the last second on the point, and it's fine. But Kev dying, that's not good. He was
that's not ideal.
He was trying to be aggressive on 2. What is Dingo doing? Well, he's just caught. Why was he standing there? He's just dead. This is
they're down
round.
2 projectiles. They have to have something has to happen here. But they're not they're not kind of playing the point. Kev is going to come up. Kev is up.
It's still Froyo round to lose, though. It's like on them to screw this up. You know, they just get on top of it. I don't know.
Because he looks very disjointed right now, and that's not good because Froyotech need 1 more round to win.
I think Kev just wanted to cover like 1 or 2.
He was just covering 2 and like died to spam, and Dingo just got fought. But it's like these are things that cannot happen in grand finals.
Yeah, I just don't know why Dingo wasn't in heaven. He was like on the floor. Maybe they didn't realize they had ad, but should have been communicated.
Yeah, Froyotech poised for a dominant showing.
Yeah, this is way more dominant than I think a lot of people expected. This doesn't really look like the Cozy we saw versus Froyotech.
Sax is going to be hurt, so they're having a good opening. At least Sax is going to fall, and this mid's basically over.
Oh, the across the pack mid. It's honestly historically pretty good.
Logan's quad too.
Froyotech, regardless of the rosters, and
they're trying to salvage up to May. Not going to get May, so Cozy with a breath of life here if they can convert this round, but they are not capping. Nobody. Speedy's gonna go back. Oh wait, I should.
Yeah. Historically, I feel like no matter the Froyotech roster, the beginning of their mids are more on the passive side. So doing that across the pack mid is kind of not bad, because the demo and scouts aren't really that in an aggressive position to stuff or deny soldiers and things like that. So it works out.
Banny sniper.
And getting the sniper out of the equation is huge as well.
Kev's on spy.
He's just checking for now.
Also, I think May is almost dying to spam. Eats a pipe. Yeah, Kev, I think he wants forwards. I don't know if he's actually... Oh, he's just bombing. Okay.
He's fine. But they can't really do much off the Banny sniper pick, because it's not like they have an extra player to work with Kev rolling out and checking and stuff. They have the gun, at least. It's getting built up.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. They're going to get the gun on cooldown.
He's going to get Hubba. He needs to find him, though.
Gets him.
Expect Hubba was going to land. So 17 HP in heaven. So overall, the 2-man does not work out, and Dingo dies alone in upper IT, completely separate from the side of May.
Oh my god, they just bled everyone. That's a 4-man for nothing.
Shambles.
They are in shambles.
This is like watching a completely different team, and that's a statement that can be said about either of these teams.
Yeah.
Froyotech has died till 11, and Cozy, it looks like they just woke up. And
it really does.
Second map in. Trip, he's almost dead here. He barely is able to escape, but red team, they might be able to use the super to block.
They have the numbers, but Trip is just dying. Trip is 32 HP. So they're not going to have a soldier for this. Kev is waddling through IT, waiting for some things to happen. As the super exchange is happening, the Catface is going to fall during the Uber exchange. Kev's on the high ground, shooting down at them, but he can't get any damage. He gets a little bit, but not enough.
And Logan just barely gets shoved off the high ground. A little bit too late, though, as they're already down 2 for the side of Cozy, and this is not looking good for Cozy.
It's not looking good for Cozy at all.
They're in full swing right now. 2-player advantage. They got all their players here, really, and they're ready to go. Mine in the corner. Trip. Will he find the timing? He gets the wall shot. That's going to seal the deal in terms of killing the medic.
Dingo's gonna fall. Or Dingo should? Is Dingo the
on
invincible
May.
man?
May
Oh my
might
god,
die
it's a
the
slaughter.
sticky. Logan gets him. May will die,
Logan
but
is
Logan,
behind.
he's this is not where you want to be as a demo. They know he's there. Oh, cat face.
Good bait.
Quick with it. The rollers,
Good,
the rollers.
good movement.
He almost died twice over to Logan.
Yeah. Full wipe for the side of Froyo. So, again, Hobbita's on sniper down forwards. Waiting, expecting some shenanigans and beams, but they're just going to cap the point, trap up sewer, etc.
Yep. So overall, they're not going to be able to block out Logan's spawn, but they do have, actually that's no ad to work with because both medics died around the same time.
Yeah.
But they're trying to block this. They know they have a little bit of a respawner advantage to work with because they got all their forwards and they're trying to use it. And with good reason, as they barely got their full team here for the side of Cozy, but they're telling them that much damage on the side of Cozy.
Dingo's doing some good sticky
Froyotech.
damage, and that's going to get Ed killed. Gungan's going to be hurt too off of some Dingo stickies, and oh, can he hit the pipes? He hits a massive pipe, but they're all dying!
That was almost really, really bad from the side of Froyotech. Good. Oh, the flame from Kev. I didn't even see in the back line. Finds Hubita. So no wonder they were winning so hard. They weren't really protecting their medic that well. I think he was completely alone. He tries to go in, maybe get Logan. No. But it makes sense why they were fighting.
Look at Banny. Banny's taunting in the corner, waiting for them to spawn. Oh, Banny, he's doing the silent taunt so they can't hear him. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's in grass.
Let's see if they check their... Do they check their corners?
I mean, they should, in theory, push here off the Hubita death, off of, like, health, or at least poke. I think that's what Banny's mind is thinking right now. Like, they're going to poke off heals, and they never did, so he leaves. Yep. So he was going to punish Greed for just like, oh, no beam, let's see if we can hurt someone in mid, but they didn't do that. They just played passive. Maybe in turn, Cozy kind of expects some sort of aggression or weird flank play, considering that they don't have full eyes to watch their second fully. Maybe it would accidentally neglect IT or sewer or something, so just said screw it. But it will net them keeping May alive as no flank will happen. They do have an ad to work with. It's only 30, 35, 30 is. You can't, I mean, you can do an IT push. You could drive choke early and hope that they don't track that well, but they're going to opt to just kind of chill. Either one would be more on the high risk side, and they're playing to their strength, which is, you know, just sitting on 2.
Yep. Only 40 seconds left in this. Is that overtime or the? No, that's overtime. So 40 seconds left to open overtime. Not that it matters because Froyotech just need 1 round to win grand finals anyway. This would be a massive triple. Trip's gonna fall, so that's a good opening pick for Froyotech trying to make something work here.
Yep, and they have 2 in IT, which is completely unspotted. Kev's kind of there. The bomb from lower from Sax might be huge though.
They're all looking.
Unspotted. Sax in. The surf comes out. Second rocket doesn't connect. Banny's gonna die. May's still alone. He gets the drop.
But they're gonna get Logan. They get 4. That's a 3 for 3. But no May means that they have a kind of an uphill battle to work with here.
That's one of those I shouldn't have to use here drop. That's like, sure, like I surfed the first rocket. There was a surprise. You guys need to turn around and kill this dude, and no one did.
Trip and
Ed gets one on his way out.
Yeah, Ed and Trip managed to trade on last, so they do deal with the player behind. Catface is going for a play into IT.
Might not commit though. He might find Sax. Yeah, it takes too much damage. He has to leave. He's getting chased. Kev's trying to help at least a little bit, but be able to help Scam
get some good damage off actually.
Yeah, we'll slow Banny down, and the pack's not really there, so it's gonna be hard for Froyotech to take this dry. They might just Uber straight in. They're looking like it. Yeah, Logan in the sky.
Kev's bombing behind, so they do have Kev behind.
Jukes it. Pretends to go 1, actually goes 2. So
they're gonna lose Catface, but Kev is behind, so they need to make things happen. Kev's getting fought on mid, so they lost both scouts and they have a player behind. They only have 3 players on last. This could be a Jarrett.
Yep, still really successful from the side of Froyotech. You're happy with 2. You can leave one, keep going, or maybe even just use resources to kill Kev, but he's going for the flank now. Finds Hubita, kills him, so no heals available for the side of the team. They're running
80.
forward, though.
They're trying to commit to May. May's 20 HP getting shot by a scout. That's gonna be May dead.
Yeah,
is this it? They're on the point, but they have a Buddhist. Logan's gonna fall. Gungan's gonna get hurt, and that's gonna be... It's so scrappy, but it's only... Cozy have, like, no ground to work with, basically. They just need 1 disaster, and that's it.
Catface does not care, though. Look at him. He's in.
Yeah.
But they will eventually get shoved back. Hubita respawns much earlier, which means heals will be able to block 2. Catface knows that, yeah, it's all for naught. He tries to escape. But
gets rolled by Banny.
Yeah, not fast enough. So that will be a bit of an opening if Froyotech want to try to pressure cook and do an early sack while the Ubers aren't in the equation.
Speedy is on Buddhist.
There's no guns, but yeah, the heavy is there. Oh, is he going to swap off and go gun right now? He is, which means if they did sack right now, it would only be a level 1, but they're just letting them respawn, waiting for their Uber before they do anything, want to use it as a get out of jail free card, and I think that means it's probably going to be more than a 1-man. They're looking for like a 2 or 3-man angle here. The 3-man worked previously, and it baited Cozy out of last into a really bad push, so I would not be surprised if they do something. Actually, no, they have huge. I didn't even realize the ad.
They're just going.
They're just going in. I thought it was much smaller than that. They would have let it sandwich, but no, this is actually pretty big. They go in, they get the gun. This could seal the deal here and end the season. They're able to get some damage.
They're not getting any kills though. They get Catface, but Banny's gonna fall. There's a heavy. The heavy's just mulching Froyotech. Gungan is gonna die. Trip getting the cleanup, and it's just Logan and Hubba. It's just a demo to medic. This could be hard as we're gonna see some bombs.
Maybe it should have been even.
I thought
all.
about it. Ken's going for the flank on mid.
Yeah,
Oh, he
he's
thought
thinking
that.
about it.
Just get an attack. Okay. So
But,
this is massive Uber ad.
They're not gonna block spawns though, so it's not a free mid. If they block some spawns, they could maybe find an
Gungan
angle
on
to, like,
sniper in forwards.
use player
Actually, no,
advantage,
Gungan's rolling out. He's looking at choke.
and they're coincidentally going IT. They could catch him here potentially.
Yeah,
Depends
this
if-
could be.
If Dingo gets juggled, it's spotted.
It's
they're going
spotted.
in. Gungan's probably dead. Yeah, they're chasing into sewer. Sax might die as well, honestly. They should get 2 here.
They should get 2, but they might get 0.
They're
No,
getting
Trip's
0.
gonna. Oh, they get 0. That's so unfortunate. Now Frez is gonna get their Uber, and they might be fast enough here that they're gonna get the point at
They
least.
want to block. They want to block. They're going
Yep.
in. They're on top
Kev's
of the
going
point,
behind
indeed.
again.
Yep, he's gonna take Gungan out of the equation. This Uber. Oh,
Not before
okay, they
Gungan
kill
gets Speedy, though.
And May dies to Ed as well. Catface is 1 HP pretty much in his own IT as
They're
Cozy.
gonna get May.
They salvage in the Hubba as well though. They're still in this fight. Catface is still here trying to kill these weak players. 3 different players are half HP. He gets 1 before he expires as Dingo has backed up all the way to 2, waiting for his respawners. As honestly, Froyotech, they can hold mid. They can't really push 2.
Yeah, they can't push 2. Cozy's gonna get their
just, uh,
spawns. I'm not gonna prevent them from trying. We'll see. Vanny's peeking, at least seeing what's up. But they're gonna get their spawns in. Cozy's, they're not out of it yet. They're putting up a fight, but they're just like slowly. I feel like it's just only a matter of time before they roll snake eyes. That's it.
Yeah. So overall, pretty much even considering the medics died around the same time, so it'll kind of slow down here for a moment. No off classes. We've seen a lot of sewer sniper this playoffs, but neither team opting to go for it right now, despite all the respawners. But Gungan clearing some stickies. Froyotech pretty much got to spot things first off. They will find a lot near Al-Qaeda's Trip. Bombs Banny and jumps back. He actually surfs into the enemy team, so that would be the death of
They get Dingo.
I even
It's
realized
Chris.
it's Chris. The Uber comes out though. They're running forward. Hubba is way too deep. He surfs a little bit, but will eventually die. The side of Speedy will get scattered down, but Froyotech players have scattered around.
Gungan's
They're
gone too.
bunkering
They have to
inside
dispost.
sewer. They're bombing in. Sax on to Speedy is able to kill him. They've separated.
They're
Cozy.
so hurt.
They did not find themselves all together. Speedy went towards choke.
This is a Kev frag video potentially. They're all so hurt.
Yeah, but he's only a soldier. He
Kev
gets
gets
2,
two.
but will probably die. Yeah, gets scattered down. May dies to stickies as well. As the separation in the chaos does
Who's
not
this
work.
scout? It's Gungan. Gungan's just like invincible. He can't die. Okay, that as I say that. Sax is gonna die too. Late death as Catface gets him. So that's gonna be some very late Freo deaths, and that should be a mid retake for Cozy. So they're not out of it yet, but
only
May is dead and
temporarily.
they have Uber out.
The heal is sad. The thing is, the bunker in sewer wasn't that great. So because they lost May, they have play. Oh, Fanny feeds. That's huge. He took so much damage, it's actually going to be harder for Froyotech to actually take this off heals. The heal advantage should have sealed the
get
deal,
Ed.
but they don't need it, Cozy. They don't care that they're not buffed or whatever. They're going to deal all the damage to Banny. They're going to find a way to 2v1 Ed somehow, completely alone, almost baited by his team. And they find a way to actually secure this capture of mid, and that's why you always go for it, even if it looks like it's not going to be winnable on paper. But this ad from Froyotech, they're looping around. They didn't expect Cozy to be inside sewer. They're just pushing to mid, and they're going to actually begin this back cap. Uber rings out May, finds himself alone in IT.
Uber's going
They're
backwards.
unable to chase him. He goes back for Trip as Cozy. The chaos is kind of working in their favor. This Uber's only able to get, oh no, it doesn't.
Yeah, they got
get 3 overall. Never mind. That's really good for the side of Froyo.
That is really good for the side of Freo.
Promising in the beginning. Catface could get the kill on the Sax here, and that could be huge. Does indeed succeed at that, so he'll be a thorn in their side, lingering behind that we'll have to deal with
Dingo's gonna
eventually.
spawn too, so they have a demo here to block. Dingo's getting very aggressive. Look, he's trapping up sewer.
Yeah, they have that though, so these traps probably aren't going to matter that much, as they're going to be able to push pretty soon, especially with Catface. He's going to draw people back because they have to be worried about him. They might be able to just walk him free, and they're going for it.
Yeah, they're going for it.
single out
Banny looks like he's getting baited by his team a bit.
Yeah, they're really passive. They're just worried about Catface. Sax trying to find him. He might do it. Yeah, he will be able to 2-rocket Catface, but they're already gone. So free mid only had to give up a scout for the side of Cozy, but they cannot leave one and keep going. So this will probably lead to a stalemate here. Just the hand slipped a little bit as Cozy will retake the mid.
Cozy will retake the mid. It feels like they're slowly clawing their way back in, but they have such a hill to climb.
It's not even a hill at this point. It's still a mountain. It'll turn into a hill later. But Trip will win the 1 versus Sax. Ed will try to help, but not quite in time. Trip dropped down to 26 HP, I think, but will eventually escape. Got arrowed and packed up, and he's all good to go. 1 less soldier to spam. You know, it's way easier to peek these shutters in process, and Trip is poised to choke, to ready to bomb in if the timing is right.
Trip's
He's going
going
in
in.
now on Hubba. Misses the
Ooh,
first
nice
rocket, hits
rockets.
the second, but a third one will not come out. So Hubba, half HP, but okay for now. Eats the pill, and Cozy will begin to back up. As Froyotech are already poking the choke. They want to maybe catch them up. Logan, extremely aggressive. The
Sax is going for the high bomb.
Sax, he wants to get on a May, doesn't hit any of his rockets, and neither will Banny up until the last second, but he's already forced out. They've gotten the soldier from the side of Cozy
It is
out of the
11.
equation. No spam available, spare Dingo for the side of Cozy, but they have this Uber to use to buy respawners if they so desire. Froyotech might be botting off more than they can chew. The Uber change goes off, but they drop Catface, so they're going to be down a player here that they would have normally expected to have. So Froyotech, there's a little bit of incentive to keep fighting here, but Hubba, he's really deep.
kind of behind him onto May. Gets onto May.
The explosive classes go huge here. They need to find May.
There's no salvage.
Oh, here might be. Sax, he misses his rockets again.
Oh, that's a full wipe.
Oh, Sax. Out of the 4 rockets he got to do with those last 2 bombs, only one of them hit, and it was like a 30 damage one. He's got to be kicking himself. But Cozy are thriving right now, and yeah, Dingo is spawn camping. They hear the signature.
Okay, yeah, Benny doesn't die to that.
All right, so Cozy, opportunity, but not set in stone to find a second round here. Got the defense set up by the side of Froyotech, and it's only growing as there is still time to chew off the clock before the Uber comes into the equation for the side of Cozy. Nice 40% add. So far, they have not really been trying to actually tease the cap at all in these Cozy Ubers, and I think it's been a big bane in their playoffs run so far.
Maybe they fixed their issues.
But, you know, better late than never, so we'll see if this is the beginning of the end for the round from the side of Froyotech as the Uber goes in. Gotta get the gun down first. It is gonna die. They are
Dingo's gonna bomb forward.
They bring up the soldier over. They get Banny really unable to secure the frag. No, they barely do it. Now Speedy on top of the plane.
Oh, and
bring up
eats
the
a
second
plane.
one. Zach's able to... Hubba dies! The bomb from Cat, he gets 2. He gets Hubba and add heal advantage
And he
inside of May.
Minecraft.
He gets the pickaxe kill. It's a frag video in the making, but Dingo dead. Trip is coming to reinforce. Drops gun really low, has to respawn to get the health, but Sax all alone on the point. One little tweak, they finally are teasing the cap on the side of Cozy. Speedy immediately, instead of going for kills, shoots the stickies in, brings both the soldiers over. Those are so much easier kills to get, and they actually succeed and get the round this time.
All right, Cozy. 3 more rounds to get onto the map 3. You still got to mountain the climb. That was step 1 of many steps in order to win this. Froyotech's got a lot of advantages to work with here.
Yep, the safety net is still there. It's just a little bit more strained right now, but it cannot be ignored. And another thing that cannot be ignored
Catface is on sniper.
Is the Catface sniper. Trip is hiding in IT as a counter initiation tool, and Sax will go in it because he's gone in every single mid, and Trip's just going to flank him. This is what happens if you do the same thing every mid. Sax will be the first casualty, and it's not even
Look for his positioning. They're all on the point.
They have to scatter every which way. They can't even leave the same direction because of the sniper sight lane. And Cozy, just the simplest of things. Trip, really smart there, calling that Sax was not going to change his mid and was correct, but Banny hiding inside sewer. I don't think it's going to be a sewer push quite yet. Might be able to find Speedy or Kev. The flank could come through, and this could be
Catface
huge
is hitting shots.
He's
hitting body shots.
Patient. The damage is there. He does get the frag, but the Hubba.
He gets Hubba! Oh my god!
Shot down by the side of Catface. He will give his life for it, but he already did his job. And now on to May. He does indeed force from the kite inside IT. So overall, Sax redeems himself a little bit from what happened at mid, but Gungan kind of caught. Will get scattered down probably by the side of Speedy. No one able to help him. It's actually Trip that secures the kill. So good job overall by the side of Cozy, and the heal advantage should allow them to actually secure second.
Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with Banny's sniper. Banny's gonna peek. Where is he gonna go?
The sniper though.
He's gonna peek from 1. We'll see. And it gets a shot off on May, but misses. And now that was their opportunity. They gotta back up now.
Yeah. If he hit that shot, they could have maybe burst out there, but
yeah,
it's a miss.
If Banny hits a shot on May, they could have done whatever they wanted, but no dice, unfortunately. So Froyotech gonna settle back into last, and this is a marginal Uber ad, and they have a sniper. I would imagine Cozy doesn't take this.
Yeah, I don't think they're taking it. They've shied away from the smaller grads so far. I mean,
yeah,
it's totally possible, and Catface doesn't care.
Yeah.
It looks like they do want to go. Okay, Catface.
Okay, they're going.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, he says it doesn't matter. I'll just be fine. But meanwhile, he's already down to 30 HP. They're doing
Speedy's
their due diligence,
dying.
take him
Yeah,
out,
it's not looking good. Dingo's gonna die too.
Kev salvage, 1 rocket, no more. Hubba's in spawn.
Just May.
So,
and May's dead too. Full one.
Yeah, kill bind. Yep, small ad, and it's not even the reason why they lost. Catface immediately forward, dropped him to 30. Speedy died clearing the trap on point, I think, and that Uber was done before it was even over. So they really do be like that sometimes.
Not a good Uber from the side of Cozy there, as they're gonna have to lick their wounds, go back to second. Catface still on sniper, so wants to give it a round 2. We'll have to see how it goes. And in forwards, ooh, I like this. He's doing the delayed sniper. This works almost like.
Oh, can he find the shot? He's there. He committed. He took a shot, and I don't think Ed knows.
No, they have no idea.
Yeah, no, Ed does know he's gonna kill him. But meanwhile, they did kill Dingo. They killed Kev as well. They're getting the last extremely deep from this Uber. There's a heavy on the field. Do they have enough in the tank to be able to chew down his HP? They can't cap. They either have to keep going and attacking and killing this heavy, or just leave. And
Oh, they don't even have seconds.
He explodes. They're still fighting this, and they have to be careful. Dingo's up. They're on
Ooh,
top
nice.
of the point. Trip.
Good from Trip. Oh my God, Trip.
They overstay their welcome. Just a tad. The Pyro's out on the field from the side of May. We've seen this before, and he thinks that this is the ticket for their victory. He does indeed contribute enough. That could have been really bad if he died, but he will indeed respawn. And it's not going to be that big of an ab, but they did get a couple players here, and they might get one more. Banny trying to jump away. Cafe's on the chase. Will.
Gets it and gets the pack. No, his pack got stolen by... Who was that, Kev?
From Kev, because Kev wants to go for the flank, immediately stuffed, and that pack was important, because otherwise he
Kev's getting hunted down. Kev's gonna die.
Still dying. Yep, still dying, so 5v5, even Ubers, things will slow down here.
Yeah, things will slow down. The only thing I'm worrying about here for Froyotech, even though they have a massive thing, they can't put this one away. And like, it feels like they're slowly letting it slip away from them, but Cozy, again, Froyotech have such an advantage here that Cozy has to play perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we said, they have the big safety net, so they can take their time, but only so much of it. Because Cozy is, it's not consistent, but I think they're slowly but surely learning how to make sure that
they
don't
push last.
make
They're doing things.
I think the second 15 minutes and beyond is way different than the first 15 that began the spiral in Froyotech's hands.
Froyotech should honestly, I think Froyotech have to win here, or it might be the map 3 and 4 might be tough.
Maybe, but Sax finds a blind bomb into May. Doesn't indeed get one rocket, but that's pretty much going to be it. The sack will not work in Froyotech's favor. As we'll see if Trip's going to be on the move here. He does have pull. He's bombing in, gets through the traps onto Hubada, gets the 2 rockets. The third one will not come through. Hubada lands on top, but the kill's not there. Oh, Catface is on the chase. He's unseen. The pack's up from the side of Hubada, though. He will indeed
This
take
is going to be
Catface,
a 2-man.
He's drawing people. They're not holding the doors. They do indeed Uber in. Catface is going to die. Uber exchange, but this is way better for the side of Froyo.
It is. They're down
they
2
have 2
and
player
only...
ads. Kev has to go huge. He's inside sewer.
Dingo's
Can he get the
locking to
timing
pretty
with the
good.
flank? He needs to find something.
I know,
The
Kev,
timing's
he
not
doesn't have the
good.
timing.
Oh, the bomb in is just probably going to kill Speedy or May or something, but no, Sax is sorted a bit, but it's still too great of an advantage.
Ed's kind of losing the Speedy, too. They got to be careful. The lock and load comes out and kills Logan, and that pushes over just as quickly as it began.
They barely held on to that Cozy.
Dingo hit, if Dingo doesn't hit that, like, he hit like 2 lock and loads. If he doesn't hit both of those, it's kind of over.
Yeah, and no demo in mid means no stickies. Get in for free. Nice
Gungan
direct
eats a
onto
nice
the
direct
scout.
on the Gungan. Oh my god, the Gungan is eating every direct. Wide
Speedy's
receiver,
the one that
whatever.
goes too far forward and actually dies. But this push is really hard for Cozy. They have to win now or get ready to leave, because they're going to be down Speedy for an extremely long amount of time considering his rollout. And yeah, they'll cut it there and just go back. But Froyotech can use this pick. It's way harder to actually get the
They're
Ubering. This is a 5% ad. May gets in time. They're going to lose Logan. Maybe
risky.
even Gungan as well. He's extremely
Hubada, they got to worry about Hubada. Hubada's going to die.
They're just all
oh my
melting.
god, it's a wipe. It's a slaughter. Banny, he's getting piped. Banny has to salvage here.
They thought they had way more ad than they did.
Oh, Banny's just going behind. He's going to die.
Dead.
That's a full wipe.
They miscounted that hard.
They did indeed.
That wasn't even like a, oh, we thought it was 30 when actually it was 20. That
Both
was
teams just don't care about it. Like, oh, if we have 15% ad, let's just go. Who cares?
And then when they're wrong by like 10%, they're like super screwed. This is a pause.
I feel like this has to be a Froyotech.
Yeah.
I know, they already tagged.
They're still...
No, this is a tech.
Yeah, they're still...
Because both teams already tagged.
There's usually at least one tech.
Yeah, at least one.
Between 0 and 1 techs in a BO3. So considering Big went by scot-free, there's bound to be one now. My money's still on if there's a tech, it's Logan, Banny, Speedy, or Dingo. One of the 4.
One of those 4 probably. Everyone else would be a little rare. Didn't Gungan have like a strange mouse issue once, like his mouse battery ran out or something like that? I think it was a Soldier game. That's what I remember.
I feel like Gungan's the type of player that has a backup mouse, so the pause would end up being like 45 seconds.
That's fair.
I'm talking about like my game crashed, or my PC crashed.
Yeah, hopefully
or
it's no one bad. Hopefully we find out what exactly goes wrong. Oh, okay, that was a quick one.
Maybe a peripheral tech?
Yeah, that was like a peripheral tech or someone like that.
Let me re-plug in my keyboard or something.
Dingo, look at Dingo. Oh my god, Dingo.
They were not afraid of him landing so close to 2 and just going behind them and wiping them a 1. A little bit too lax on the side of Froyotech. This wasn't where the pause were, so it's not even because of that, but really good job from the side of Cozy. They did give up a lot for
Sax is going behind here.
Sax
is going to try to wrap the right T.
Yeah, but Banny, he tried to be a distraction, a little bit too deep, doesn't able to get anything. So Cozy, because they gave out so much, they can't immediately cap 2, but they give themselves a really good position here with the Uber ad. Dingo barely got here. Catface is still rolling out, so they don't have the full 6, but they might not really need it considering Vandy's not here either. But Zax going in for the sack.
Nice air shot from Trip.
Classico and will not find the mark.
A couple nice air shots recently. Shout out to Trip.
Trip number 1.
Number 1, indeed. As we are gonna go into lobby, and I see Bandy Sniper, Gungan.
40 ad with a soldier already dead to prevent the cap from getting blocked. But they're not teasing the point, they're actually going for kills. They're doing the climb into heaven strat. They need to get kills now, otherwise Sax is gonna come in, and they're on the heavy. They are able to kill him. They've given up some
Kev's full HP, this
own.
is around.
This
I
is
think.
Not necessarily.
I feel like they're just on the point.
They're okay, yeah, they're on it. It was really sketchy.
It was sketchy, but Frail hit and spawn.
Yeah. I think the main thing I think that helped a whole lot. There's the pause, by the way. So that was probably a Froyotech.
I'm looking. Let's see. Any typing whatsoever. No, just Bandy saying unpausing.
Yeah, but yeah, Bandy paused that. I think the thing that really helps is the fact that Sax is already dead. Means that when he did try to help initiate or whatever, it was from the same side as the rest of his team. But yeah, sniper to mid. So far, Froyotech haven't played like too crazy aggressive. Sax will not go into the opposing IT this time because of what happened to him last mid, so good adjustment there. But
mid's over.
But yeah, mid's over. You leave. Sax is in. He's not leaving. He's trying to leave now. Oh, the rockets! He's barely able to escape. All right.
Barely able to escape, but still. So that's 2 mids in a row. Froyotech basically haven't even been able to play mid because sniper class.
Yep. So, at the end of the day, Ed will respawn on Sniper. He will try to be the saving grace for the side of Froyotech. Catface will die. That can be considered their sack. But how will they counter when they have a... Oh no, Ed's going back to spawn. They're expecting some sort of push or counter, so you're just going back to scouts. And they're getting some room here.
It's a 5v5. They don't know it's a 5v5, but it is one. And is that camper trip? Somebody just nuked them. Someone's going behind. It's an Uber exchange. Oh, Bandy dies,
dead.
But it's only 1-for-1, and Hubba didn't pop their Uber, so this is going to be Uber Ed.
Yep, they didn't get deep enough. They wasn't really on their terms at all, so really good job from the side of Froyotech, even though they didn't actually have a player advantage there because Ed was rolling out. But Trip tries to go behind.
Catface is going for it. Catface going for a shot. Can he hit it? Oh, he gets one.
It's a trade at least, and Trip's behind as well. They know he's behind too.
Logan's hurt too. This got to be Ed even typing in chat.
They have to deal with him. He's going to be on top of the point. They're all looking at him, and he just jumps away immediately. Now Kev going in off the distraction, landing on him.
Oh my god, it's the damage is there, but no kills. And gets their shot by Seth.
The rest of the team isn't even at choke to help participate because they're too afraid of the Uber. That's the thing, it's like, you go for a play like that, if it's complete disad, your team can only help so much because they're afraid of just like, a soldier's bombing in, it's okay, I see the beam, let's just Uber and kill them. So they put all their eggs in one basket. And with not having soldiers here, it might be kind of hard. I mean, Froyotech can't cap last right now if they decide to push, so at least some time is bought, and it will.
Trying to go for it.
They've lost their Uber ad, and they're actually getting a little bit closer now. Heavy on the field, Manny will die as he gets inside heaven, and this is a bit risky, but they still have the opportunity
look
to
look at that damage. Oh my god, that dingo damage.
1-for-1. Catface a bit weak. Nice rocket from Sax, able to get 2 there on a Trip and Catface. And now Froyotech once again have a pick they can work off of as they immediately send Sax through 5 into heaven. Hubba does 6 HP. He eats so much sticky damage. The pack's not even up. They can't commit.
They
nice
get 2. They get Logan
from the side of Speedy and Junie. Dingo. As no explosives on Froyotech, this is definitely territory we start poking around. Speedy's going to swap up heavy, and they're going to start poking these doors. But Froyotech, they don't look like they want to leave. They want to buy time for the respawns with their Uber.
They want to try to get this Uber, or at least get an exchange. The Bandy's dead, and both scouts are just eating the same damage from Kev. Kev's having these insane 4 rockets. Hubba does hurt. They're going to have to exchange. May's going to... They're going to drop Ed. They're hurt.
No.
This post. Uh-oh.
And they're so deep as well. Hubba's not going to make it out.
Uh-oh.
Gungan's trying to go to last.
Gungan's trying to go to last. Is Gungan going to win? Does Gungan win Grand Finals? They don't know. They don't know. They do know.
Gungan!
They bring everyone back and bought some time. Logan's still in, but it's a disaster for Froyotech, and that was their one opportunity.
At least 2 or 3 people ran back to try to deal with Gungan, and when they initiated in, they didn't even get anyone on Cozy that was still around on 2, so that was a bit of a blunder for the side of Froyotech, giving up 2 there. So Cozy is going to use their 2-player advantage temporarily before the Uber advantage comes in the equation, but there might be buying up more than a 2 with their aggression. They're taking so much damage despite it being a player ad for them, as the reinforcements are coming from the side of Froyotech, but they've lost all their positioning. Mind the sniper though, Kev is going to die. I think he got body shot and died to fall damage while he's in the air from the sniper.
Oh, Kev.
Yeah, that was. I watched that back on the stream. That was kind of funny, but still ad for the side of Cozy. Gonna be down a person, so their flank might be a bit weak. Mind the Gungan sniper watching IT really aggressively. This demo Uber. He's in the skybox. They're already gone though. We're gonna kill Gungan in lower IT as Sax is getting up the upper. so it's just one frag, and now
That's on
Froyotech,
sniper.
they're on last, but they do have Uber ad.
They do have Uberad.
They're
not gonna get. They're going fast enough. They want to block this.
Good damage onto the scout. Oh, Dingo's dead.
Dingo,
oh,
no,
he-
Dingo surf. That surf was insane.
The sticky barely missed. Now they're just going back in. They know they have a player to work with.
Catface is behind. Catface is behind. I don't. They have no. You just
They
see
see him
Logan.
now.
Logan's
No,
getting shot in
Logan.
the back. Logan died to Catface. Catface might live.
That's
Catface
coming
lived.
in. On to May. Oh, the rocket misses. They gave up Dingo. It's a one-player advantage. And then
Hot
shot
Kev.
from Kev takes down Hubada. We're looking at almost a tie game here. So this cap is pretty much already done for the side of Cozy. Banny hiding the corner. He has the timing. He has some damage.
May,
he killed
but
May.
it's
But
just
is that
they're only
enough?
2 up.
That might not
Duncan
matter.
has to hit this first shot.
No, it's not enough. They are able to secure this 4-4, and we are at match point. We have been at match point for a while, but now it is even more seriously so. So, regardless of who wins the next round, if Froyotech wins this 5-4, they are crowned champions. But Cozy, if they win this, they bring themselves to the third map and keep their dreams alive. And it might all hinge on this mid. Catface has played sniper time and time again, and it's worked out most times for the mid fight. So we'll see what Froyotech have in up their sleeve, because surely they shouldn't be surprised at it this time around.
Just because they're not surprised with it doesn't mean they can stop it. As Catface, if I'm Froyo, I'm kind of nervous. They have let this game get completely out of hand.
They're on to May.
The
really
Catface
quick.
is just getting
On to
one
Dingo
mid.
as well.
Uh-oh. This could be a disaster mid, and that's the last thing they need, because Froyotech only need 1 mid.
Oh,
but they
Hubba's
get
dead, though.
Hubba to salvage
And May's
there.
out. May's just super gone. Speedy's dead, but do they
Minecraft.
have enough H? I don't think they're there in time. May's gonna be able to get his way out. The scouts, I don't think it's close enough.
Yeah,
He's
May's
damaged them,
gonna
but
surf
he
the
resets.
surf, get out, but still not ideal for close enough at least that they are
Still-
able to protect May. They're gonna get their spawners. They can hold last and push out with Uber because
Yeah, it's still
it
no
was a
last,
very
though.
late spawn.
Yeah, all it takes is a back cap, and Froyotech have this in the back. So Cozy, you have to be very careful about this. Logan is sitting inside one, hoping to kill a flank member if he gets there.
He's trying to go to last.
he
He
wanted
gets
to
spotted.
go for it.
Oh,
This
this
is
is
a dead demo man. He's just gonna
this
try
is a
to-
dead demo. Logan going for the win, unable to get it, takes the L, as that's going to be an easy reef push out, and they're still at 50% ad to work with. They're going to leave one and go. Trip is going to do the fast roll out.
He's really trying to be the hero there at match point 4-4.
Here comes a high
the
bomb.
though. He's kind
That's
of
easy
alone. He
bait.
just dies.
And
Yeah,
Froyotech is collapsing.
Yep. They're gonna have their Uber at least by the time that Cozy actually get the rate of 2. Oh, they're gonna leave one on bomb. That's gonna be a 10% ad. This could be really bad. Let's see if
It
Hubba
could
gets
also
the
be really
time.
good
Oh, he's in
depending if
the
they
air. They're-
expected.
Lava
Hubba
Bomb
dies!
96. They full send everyone in. They're
they're
below the
getting
fire.
flashed.
They're trying to scatter themselves away. May needs to find a good poster positioning. He misses the surf up. He's just dead.
Oh, the
bomb
blast
from
from
Vanny
Froyo's
connects. They
insane.
lose everyone. Catface is dead as well. They find Hubba, but they went so deep for it that the post Uber is far too deep in enemy territory. The remaining players from Froyotech clean sweep. The focus fire is there, and they reclaim 2 like it was nothing. Hubba will respawn early enough to have a decent ad here, and with this reclamation of 2, they can maybe even use that to take... Wait, can they even get 2 for free?
I don't know if they can. They got their spawns. It's going to be... Yeah, they're going to fight too. There's going to be a fight on 2.
Not for free, but they will have the
Froyotech's not
ad
even
to try
going
to go
for it.
in. Yeah, they will. It won't be for free, but they will have the ad to bully them out of it in some capacity, whether it's
Catface is on
early
sniper.
or just using it. But yeah, Cafe Sniper.
Both
cannot be
meds are
underestimated.
at a little bit over 170 points. We might see a 200-point medic here in Grand Finals, depending
my
on how
God.
long this takes.
That is the process game.
It truly is one of the process games of all time.
Yeah. So Uber, have it now. Bomb in. They spotted to see how close they were. They just want the sniper. Throws the sticky
And
at
they're
him.
out.
They're not getting anyone. Maybe Catface if they
Maybe
go really
Catface.
deep. He hesitated a bit, Catface, but he will indeed live at 12 HP and is beginning to
Catface
regen
might
now.
get off sniper.
He is. He's swapping off. Uber comes in. They're blocking. Ed's on the point. He might die. Both explosive classes are on him. There's
Logan's
no scout,
gonna
but
die.
They killed. Okay, they do kill Logan, but Ed
Anyone going to
will
last?
take Kev on his way out, and
No.
no one is behind. So,
No one's behind. They didn't even take 2, so they could try to push mid if they want. They're down. It's a 5v4 if they want to risk it.
Yeah, they're going for it. I mean, Demoman, strong
2
class,
people through
but
2 IT. If
They're gonna
Catface
at
gets through, I think
least
they're going for Catface is through,
That's
but
very
Catface is
early,
going to
though.
die immediately. I think that's going to signal the
That's,
retreat.
it's
Yep, they're going to
over,
back
yeah.
up.
The timing just wasn't there. Speedy, oh, he
Speedy's
needed to
gone.
dodge the spam. Yeah, he's super caught. And
Should have gone
Manny
through
lives
IT.
it.
Oh well.
It was just the timing. Catface
Yeah.
was in too early. If he went like 2 seconds later, that could have been really good, potentially. But
Catface got a
Sniper,
good distraction
Kev,
to get him.
he
Oh,
gets
that's
one.
okay. There goes that
The
push.
equalizer is here. Can he get another? Some damage on the sacks. He might just try to spam here. He could struggle. He's dead. They immediately lose 2. No
All soldiers.
Very minimal amounts of spam, but they know that there is a very small 20% ad, and they're afraid about turning a corner and finding themselves in a blue Uber. So they will go ahead and back up. and get the Uber of their own before they can begin to even peek at all. They're poking and prodding. They might not commit here. The respawns are already kind of here for the side of Froyotech, so looks like it
is
will
leaving
be
on Spy. He's out.
He is. It's not a check. And Froyotech, I don't think they spawned Spy themselves to check it.
No, Banny stopped going Spy after he finally died doing it. First three times we were fine, but the fourth time was not it.
I think he did take damage from Sack spam. I don't think Sack saw him. It was around.
And he's going through too. Oh, this is so weird. There's no way.
This is so awkward. So awkward.
Go for the decoy on Banny.
He's doing it. They kill Mate.
They get Mate. They're going through.
They lose two though.
Oh, the Cafes is gonna die too. This is a disaster.
I think you could just Uber here and kill them, but they're not gonna go for it. They think it's a. I mean, it is probably safer to just let it's fine. Let them get
This could be grand finals if Froyotech aren't careful, or the Cozy aren't careful. At the same time, Froyotech has let this game slip away. If they lose this map, this is one of the biggest fumbles in playoffs I have seen in a long time.
Yeah, they had a really good advantage. So if they find
they had a massive advantage. They were up 3 rounds, 4-1. They just needed 1.
And then getting this to this point multiple times.
Yeah, they've been on last so many times. They have failed like 3 or 4 last pushes at this point.
So let's see what they have in store and if they're going to seal the deal right now. The gun, very aggressive, is going to go down pretty much immediately as they move over to the left side of the point. The heavy is the target. No, they're up in heaven. They're trying to mulch them. They want to get the explosive class. Eyes on the Dingo, but he will live through it. It's Kev able to get the kill on the Banny. They're bombing in on the Hubba, taking some damage. Is that target you want to go for? Kev jumping away is fine for now. Sax is going to die. Same for Ed with a lock and load across the map in Froyotech. They
push process last challenge.
They
impossible.
For damage and kills in heaven, and they found pretty much none. It's
push process last challenge. Impossible.
It's like
how?
I swear, at this point, spectating this, it's like teasing the cap on process last is the play like 9 times out of 10, even if you think you can cross.
Yeah, you have to bring them forward or they just hide, run around the map.
Like you can't
Dingo's double sticking. Oh, they know though. They might get Banny. No, Banny hiding in forwards. They're gonna use this extremely aggressively, and this is gonna be an immediate refight. And Trip's gonna die to a trap. Oh, that's a disaster.
That helps a lot. They're just gonna try this because they have an Uber of their own. They can even block this if the pack's taken by the side of Sax. He's getting denied a bit. Immediately forwarded. Gets kept bombing in. Good damage to Ed.
They're so hurt. Oh my god, they're so hurt.
Blue has peanuts for HP, but they're fine for now. Packs and arrows galore they don't even have to use to take 2. They don't have any soldiers. They can't bomb in. Dingo jumped out because there's no traps. Free second. You want to keep going here before there's a gun. Ed's gonna stay. Is someone gonna try to block? They don't have soldiers to do it. The scouts aren't ready. They're swapping to off classes. Are they gonna milk in? They are milking in. Oh no, they're Ubering immediately. Might find May. He reset blind. He's fine. Same with Cafe. A lot of damage done.
The point.
No kills to show for it. Gunnigan taking a lot of damage. Trip going for the chase. He might be able to get the frag. He's gotten him so weak.
Logan's in heaven. Logan, they've
lost their soldiers.
It's 2 down. Uh-oh, this could be it for Cozy. Look at the high ground they have. The demo and the soldier and upper half is gonna die. They're all slowly dying. It's gonna be it. Froyotech are gonna win grand finals after almost losing process, but almost is just enough as they're managed to take the round, the map, and the season 2-0.
They are your champions. An entertaining game all around and very close. You can very obviously see the much closer visible scoreline compared to Bagel, but even Bagel was very hard fought. It was a very hard fought 4-0. So
that was a hard fought 4-0. That was a nail biter, but it ended I'm not gonna say prematurely, but Froyotech almost rolled that and then forgot how to play TF2 for 4 rounds.
And, sometimes you give the other team a little bit of a breather. Sometimes you run out of gas, but at the end of the day, the W is what matters regardless of how you got it. So the grand finals will end with 2 maps being played. Froyotech take it in, I guess, in terms of maps, a clean sweep. And, that's all that really matters at the end of the day. And another championship added to the legacy.
Another championship added to the legacy, and Cozy actually outdamaged Froyotech in that and got less kills.
It makes sense because they were kind of getting a lot of damage even in their fights where they were losing ground. Froyotech, the ground they did take, I mean, sometimes it was kind of explosive and it was, Actually, no, that's extra probably why. Is a lot of the times when Froyotech won something, they took a lot of ground at once, so they didn't need to do tons of damage to win, like those little fights. Meanwhile, Cozy, for the ground they took, they had to really fight point by point by point and edge out in the damage department to be able to take the ground. So I guess that kind of makes sense in a way. But
it does make sense.
No one saw the 5-4 coming, I don't think.
Well, there's the man of the hour.
Welcome, Banyan. I'm sure we have
6 men of the hour.
And I got the team filing in. Congratulations on your victory. Hard fought, but well deserved.
Thank you.
That was a close one.
Yeah. Let's talk about the comparisons between the BO3 and the BO5. Obviously, going into the BO3, I'm not sure what your team was expecting. I don't know how often I think you scrim cozy often, but I don't know how much it really changed. Like them adding Speedy on Scout. From your guys' perspective, overall, do you feel like there was a big shift in the way they were playing, or was it just kind of like they're the same old team and it's just a player swap?
I would say that looking back on it, the playstyle definitely changed. I think that their biggest tool in their arsenal this time was like a lot of flank shoves and stuff, and I think that like Catface and Kev and Trip, like those guys all love to go behind, and yesterday during the BO3 they abused that to an extreme degree, and I think that was a big reason why we struggled on some of those maps. And then that sort of informed our choice to like avoid certain maps today.
So you say you overall were pretty I mean, obviously, saying it now, it's obvious you guys are comfortable with what maps you landed on, but once the pick bans were done, were you guys kind of happy with the 4 maps that were laid out, at least? Or were you kind of unsure in some way?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Bagel, we were confident, especially because it doesn't have Sniper as much of a factor, and in general, like, our players all enjoy that map. I think I'm the only one on our team that doesn't particularly like the map. So they were all happy to play Bagel instead of like Metalworks or something. Second pick was Process, which we expected. Yesterday we banned Process. Today we just let it through and kind of accepted that we'd rather play that than Viaduct. And then Sunshine we won yesterday, and then Gully we won yesterday. So it was kind of all laid out well for us for today.
Do you guys have any, either as a team or individual, insight on things that you were able to take away from the BO3 that you think you were able to utilize today to make sure that you were going to keep the same success that you found previously?
Something I took away from the BO3 is that Catface doesn't miss on Sniper. So you just have to play differently, like when the Sniper's not missing.
Speaking of the off-classing, I think this, mostly on Process, I think I saw more Bannies play on Process than I've seen, like, my previous seasons of watching Banny combined. Was that something that was planned, or were you just, like, feeling some spy today, Banny?
It was all kind of in the moment. I definitely recognize that we somewhat struggled to, like, break the last, so it was kind of just throwing it out there to see if it could be a play that gives us an opening, whether I get, like, a sap or a backstab. It's just that extra chaos factor, because the way that they hold is, like, very, turtly, very composed, I guess. So anything to disrupt that. But it's only just based on timings. Like, if I got a timing on a spawn and I'm like, they might not expect this, then I'll just go for it. Just to, like, keep them on their toes or shake it up. That's about it.
So with this victory that you guys have, it's actually, you got a couple first-time victors here. Any thoughts from the boys? Cherishing the championship that you finally have in your hands?
Feels great. Feels so good.
Feels so great.
It's aight.
This guy said it's like.
I would have said light work.
This guy said it is nothing to me.
I'm used
That's
to
a lot,
winning.
man. It feels so good to finally win.
Any highlights from the match? Things that really stick out in your mind that worked out super well?
I think socks altogether were going a lot better. I was struggling super hard to get a med pick or a demo pick last time, so I think this time especially, I actually was able to get May a couple times.
I will say May was becoming quite slippery in that Process game. I think Bagel, we were all over him, and there was a lot of flanks, and he would, like, get forced or two-rocketed and die. But on Process, he was surfing and, like, anticipating a lot of plays. So I was having a lot more trouble. So well played to him. But
Process is the medic map.
yeah, for sure.
Did you guys feel like you guys were kind of losing control of the map a bit on Process? Because you were up 4-1. You only needed one more round, and the Cozy, like, slowly kind of clawed their way back. But any nerves, any tension there? Or, like, oh god, we just cannot push Process last?
I didn't feel any nerves particularly. I don't know. Maybe anyone else can speak if they were certain to.
I think we were just shooting ourselves in our foot.
Yeah,
and our biggest issue, of course, was pushing last towards the end and closing. But all the other fights that went wrong was just us making bad decisions.
Yeah, we took
I don't
really
think we
slim
ever lost
ads,
control of the game.
and they were like perma building the whole game. So we took ads that like were like 30, but sometimes they were like a little bit less. They were like 15 or
You
something.
took a you
We're
did take
gambling.
a 5% ad. Or
Yeah, we
Yeah,
probably
she was
called
fire.
that as like a 20 ad, but then it was probably a 5. And
yeah.
Everybody was
that
taking
one-
psychopath like ads all week. It was
yeah,
insane.
sometimes that energy is just there, and it can
Yeah.
it can definitely shoot in the foot. So during our like tack pause, that was pretty much all we talked about. It's just like we're getting too eager. We don't need to really change that much. We just need to stop like throwing this away by like getting too caught up in the moment, basically.
Just blame this season, because I'm pretty sure over half the teams this playoff run like had some crazy like 10 ad pushes that sometimes work, sometimes
People were
didn't.
just
It was
doing crazy.
There's something in the water.
Yeah.
There's way more this
I mean,
season
it's
than
good spectating. I
all
like
the
it.
other seasons.
Yeah, that's what Logan was saying. Is that like it was for the content.
Of course, I'm down to put on a show, make the game close. I know people like to see a close game, so
Exactly.
Yeah.
of course, we
Edge,
have to
edge
win,
the
but
viewers.
yeah, a little bit of edging on process.
All right. Well, there were a lot of maps played in the playoffs, and over I would say well, there wasn't a lot of maps today. It was only 2. It's a stark contrast compared to we casted 7 or 5 on Friday and then 7 on Saturday. But overall, it's a lot of TF2, and I'm sure you guys played your fair share. When it comes to any MVPs, people that carried the torch and really, made sure that you were able to stay as dominant as you were through the multitude of matches that you guys played, anyone in particular coming to mind? Who's the star of the show this time around?
I don't know if there was a star. There's definitely a lot of evenly spread impact.
Yeah, today I was gonna say today it felt really like everyone had like their moments and everyone was doing their job. I don't know. To me, it really felt like, we were contributing really well. Like I saw Ed do some insane shit. I saw Sax, Logan, Danny. Like everyone was playing probably to their best. If not to their best, it's just enough to contribute equally.
Damn, not even one ego trip
I don't know.
saying
Maybe
themselves.
someone else has a perspective of an MVP, but I'm kind of blanking at the moment.
I did see Banny putting out a lot of fires in terms of not like massive impact, but I saw Banny was like checking the corners, making sure people weren't on spy. A lot of the shenanigans that they got up to was like I saw Banny was taking the lead and making sure like there was no tomfoolery going on.
Yeah, a lot of times I'm kind of when I play soldier, I'm a little less like in the like control of the combo, so I'm kind of just like trying to be the one reminding everyone about what to do so that they have the right mindset approaching each fight. So a lot of like checking for off-class timings, spotting the weird sight lines that their sniper might be wide swinging, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I was definitely on top of that. I felt very like focused on that just because yesterday it was a factor and we knew it would be again today. But I don't know if that's I mean, keeping the composure is certainly important. Is that MVP status? I'm not sure.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah,
All right,
I was happy with my impact, but I would say if we would have closed out that game like 5-1, I might have felt MVP status, but because it started getting a little slow and we started having a lot more like blunders, I'm kind of lost for who it would be. I think it's easy to just default to Logan since he pumped out a lot of damage, and that definitely helped us.
All right, now that you guys won, you have the championship. How are you gonna celebrate? Anyone adding up? Keeping the train rolling, ride the
I got
high.
smoke.
I got
10 more hours
smoke
of
tomorrow,
bugs.
bro.
I got
I
a
got
test
school,
tomorrow.
man.
Oh yeah. I guess we'll probably just
Save it for
enjoy
tomorrow.
it each in our own ways. I'm actually quite relieved though to get this dub because I'm gonna be moving very soon, so it's a big weight off the shoulders and can kind of just focus on that in the next week.
Yeah, moving's stressful. Good luck with that.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, well, I think that's going to be it for the TF2 action. It's time to go ahead and turn over to the shout-out phase. Any final thoughts before we go ahead and close out the stream, starting with Banny?
Shout out to everyone on the team for a well-played season. Congrats to Hubada and to Sax and to Ed for their first time. And, congrats as well to Gungan and Logan for collecting another dub. Shout out to Habib for ringing for us yesterday. He stepped up in a big way. He had that amazing clutch at the very end when we were also kind of like in that struggle to close out the map. I was actually gonna call for Logan to go for the Habib play at one point, but
Oh, we saw that. He was in one ready.
No, I
What-
didn't call it, but I almost did. I was hiding in one when they were pushing out two, and I was like, "Ooh, I might be able to get this." And
Yeah.
then Trip spotted me. I was like, "Ah, shit."
yeah. Besides that, shout out to Eric and Rocket as well for ringing for us a lot and riding the bench for us this season. And also big shout out to our longtime sponsor on Froyotech, Manco.store. They have supported the team over the last several months to the LAN and then through the season, so appreciate them, and you guys should check them out for all of your TF2 trading needs.
Gungan?
Shout out to my stream. All chill. Shout out to all my friends, all my past teammates. Shout out to Cozy. They actually played really well. And pretty much it. Shout out to Sandblast team for being too good to play.
Abida?
Shout out to my team. Shout out to Cozy. Shout out to Froyo fam everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Kaylee. And shout out to Ava.
Two of them, bro.
Ed?
Also, shout out Global Clan. Sorry for the scrim.
Shit.
Oh yeah,
Shout
that
out,
scrim was pregame. That was helpful.
shout out to my mom. Shout out to Alfredo Dan. That's it.
Logan?
Shout out to all my past teammates, HL and Sixes. Big shout out to production and you guys for casting. Thank you, means a lot. And big shout out to my team. I really enjoyed the season. I liked playing with everyone. I feel like we all got better in our own ways, and I think we progressed a lot. You know, I'm happy.
Agreed.
I'm happy about that. So.
Sax?
Yeah, I just want to shout out the Thumbo boys. So, Averted, JT, Cadet, Weebwhacker, Noah, all those guys. Shout out to my team. You guys took an opportunity on me, and I appreciate that. Shout out to Ed. Shout out to Quacks, and shout out to Scratch. My the 1-2 punch of invite. And
What
that's
about
all.
you, Space?
Yeah, shout out to both teams playing good game. Shout out to Ed getting the dub. Long time. Shout out to Cozy making it interesting, doing some meme off classes, forcing Danny to run spy. Always a treat to watch. Yeah, shout out to everyone watching. Good season.
Yep, it was a very entertaining Sixes season, closing things off with a bang. I think pretty entertained and satisfied at this point. But the action eventually has to stop, and we have reached that point for Sixes invite. Definitely don't want to miss next seasons that could be just as good, as LAN is on the horizon, so keep your eyes peeled for what teams are going to be deciding to show up hot for this upcoming season. If you want to be able to watch more TF2 action because you just can't wait, there is still Highlander going on. The bracket has not run its course quite yet. I think there's going to be a match that's happening tomorrow and maybe even more so afterwards because it's not the Grands. But for Sixes action, and especially action tonight, that'll be it for us. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Jarrett, casting with Space Ghost with Dolphin on production. Thank you, and we'll see you next season.